Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. This is the audio test. We will be starting soon. Please let us know if any of the two commentators this week are a little too loud or a little too quiet. We want both of us to be about equally as loud, and the game should be just barely audible. If you think anything is a little bit off, or you have any suggestions that you would like to provide, please feel free to do so in the Twitch chat or the Steam group chat. We want everything to be just perfect for you. The odds are if you don't hear something, other people don't hear it either. So take this opportunity to let us know what we can do to fix any issues early on. Hey there, Draco. Hey there, Guru. Hello, Magic. Nomline's been here for a little while. Nomline. Ooh. Fruity. Give me a hot minute. Gonna go ahead and jump into the call that JP's been chilling in.
Really? Oh.
Oh, it's a crank.
Hello, we're live.
Hello.
Hello, friends.
Oh, okay, bye.
Oh God.
No, you can be here, Penny. Oh man,
Oh.
No.
I missed him already. Hey, Abby, how you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How about you?
I am really hungry, so I made a lobby, JP. You can hop into that if you'd like. I'm gonna go run off and eat donuts.
Okay. Crank.
I am so
about
hungry.
your eating decisions when you get back.
I'm so hungry right now. Yeah, I'm dying.
Let's get the game going. That's why you control my controllers off. Let's put it there.
Damn it, Penny, where are you?
Benny, welcome back. It's okay.
Please.
Yeah, do friend things with them. And keep an eye on chat and stuff and answer the questions and whatever. I'll be back in a hot minute.
Okie doke.
Penny, come back. You got an Old Spice ad.
Penny, come back.
I love you guys.
I'm back.
Yeah,
that?
it was Penny. Hey.
Hello, Penny.
Yeah, hi.
Okay. You were explaining.
Yeah, it's not a stream story.
Okay.
It's not one of those.
Okay.
That's okay.
I'll
Makes sense.
hang out until it starts, I guess.
A good old Spice ad.
Yeah, I freaking miss Old Spice ads.
Where's Terry Crews when you need him for the Old Spice ad?
Freaking, when's Terry Crews for Doomfist? Remember when that was happening?
Wasn't everybody like clamoring for Terry Spice to do this? Because
Terry Spice?
Terry Spice.
Tuesday, right?
Yeah, everybody wanted, like, he had been at, like, the Blizzard place, and they're all like, yo, this dude's totally voice acting Doomfist. And then he just didn't. And the guy that actually voice acted him did a really good job. It's not Terry Crews.
Like it's yo, we need more Terry Spice for the Doom.
I just wanted him to yell power whenever he punches someone.
Right.
Is that too much to ask?
Apparently so. Apparently so. Might have to stream this on. Yo, I'm streaming this on my phone, dude, because my phone's legit. Oh man, how many people do we have in this thing?
Signed up or watching?
At least one.
Shoot you right.
Oh,
15.
Ooh.
Because there's an open.
Wait. There's one open lobby though, so.
It's a 15. It's pretty good though. That's pretty nice.
I want
Yes.
someone to sign up for Get Gr8 with the name open/TCM.
Open/TCM versus open/TCM.
We'll do that next week.
It's crank and hiding.
That's what the TCM stands for. Fun time. I don't understand Terry Spice.
Terry Spice. It's okay.
Terry Crews, Old
You didn't-
Spice.
That's fine. You didn't need to. It's a joke.
Terry Spice, Old Crews, my favorite.
Terry Spice Doom Cruise, my favorite.
Need this in my life. Terry Spice is my spirit animal. You don't understand how intimidating it is.
Read the matchups and notes. Let me see. They asked for something? Oh, yeah. It looks like you guys asked for the same thing, so yes.
Yo, I'm fighting Clawmaster. I'm super excited.
What is Penny doing in intermediate? It's the same thing as asking what am I doing in intermediate.
There's no advanced yet. So
yeah, we haven't done the thing just yet for that.
actually, you're right. What am I doing in intermediate? I should be a beginner.
No.
Hey.
I saw that coming.
I was gonna send you an email from Machinima asking for cease and desist. It's Copy Boss. Yeah. He's expanding what it means to be a beginner. So like some people in intermediate will be moving over to beginner. And most other people to be in advanced things. So I don't know.
Same.
Apparently I'm like upper echelon. I'm just like, nah dude, I don't take this game seriously.
Wait, you're an upper enchilada? Is that what you
I'm
said?
an upper echelon.
What?
I never knew that about you, JP.
What's up, enchilada?
JP.
Oh,
So
nice.
apparently I'm an upper enchilada.
I can dig it.
We also created the Legend of Terry Spice.
I also heard you guys talking about the advanced bracket or whatever. If you guys want to talk about that, that'd be kind of cool. Because, like, and from my perspective, I'm like, I can't guarantee there's someone that's, like, qualified to do advanced commentary every week.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, like, I consider Penny and JP, one of you two, are always here. And an advanced level commentary. Kenji's also advanced level. Pleasure's basically advanced level also. Yeah, I definitely say Pleasure's advanced level.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, we have enough manpower where I'm like, okay, advanced bracket does not seem really naive at this point.
That could be a good idea.
Yeah, and it's just like, there's just, it functionally doesn't change anything for the viewers, right? Other than the fact it's like, yeah, I'm an advanced player. But at the same time, there are like players with like 2,000 hours signing up for intermediate being like, and like, we can't say much during their thing. And like, if they were in an advanced bracket, we could literally, there's concrete reason there. Like, they can literally read the bracket and be like, oh, the reason they can't say much is because it's an advanced bracket. There's not much to say.
Yeah. A lot of the advanced bracket will probably end up being like more show matchy kind of stuff. I feel.
Yeah, it'd be podcasty commentary with show matchy, and we'll talk about literal optimal stuff. It's like the only time where we can really talk about optimizing.
You could talk about fun stuff like how you play certain matchups and stuff like that, rather than what people have done.
I'm researching it now. Like, I guess, like, as of last night, where people sat down and lectured me for 2 hours or so about how the flowcharting mentality you should have at every like instance in your matchup, and at every point you should be making a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That shit's hard.
It's super fun though. That's why I love the characters that slow the game down, because that's all you do.
Yeah.
That is like
a lot of fun.
300%.
Yeah, and it's like, as the person was explaining to me, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna learn some dang stuff. But like, the more and more the person explained to me, I was just like, oh my god, how do people do this?
That's exactly why I play
kinda,
I love that so much.
You just kind of do.
It's
hard though.
The level of thought that goes in to just like a 6-frame window of an interaction. I'm just like, can I ever do this?
I'm all about
It's
that.
like playing a control deck in a card game, where it's like
Practically.
so much more. I freaking love anything.
I mean, but like having like 90 seconds to think of what to do in a card game versus like having 6 frames to think of what to do of something that's like,
yeah, it's faster.
It's much faster. Way faster. You know, it's like half a second, like a microsecond essentially.
But
you know,
it's like, it's not even that bad. Cause like, when you first think about it, like, okay, if I'm fighting like a squiggly, these are all of her options, these are all of my options. I have to, you know, practice a second react what she's gonna do, whatever.
Yes.
But like, the more you play a squiggly, it's like, okay, I know this person, this is their habit, that's kind of my go-to.
right, but then it goes a step further though, because like after you make like right away from round start, You make that decision, right? All right, I'm a Squiggly player. I know this person. These are the options I can prune. This is probably what they're gonna do based off what I normally do, right? And that's where Yomi comes in and all that. Then you make that decision, and then just as simple as them inputting forward once, from there, your brain should be pruning a whole bunch of options. Like, all right, they've sacrificed their ability to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
They can only do A, B, and C. Based off of that, I can assume that they're gonna pick most likely A or B. What options do I have in case they do A, and what options do I have in case they do B? Can I do it on reaction? And then making a decision based on that. And I'm like, doing that like every half a second is just insane.
It's even harder on Parasol, because like if you're fighting like an IAD character, half a character length determines what buttons you're using, what you can cancel into, and how safe you can be from it. Between like crouch medium punch and like stand hard punch.
It's possible that that applies to every character though, because I mean the matchup I was looking into was a Squiggly versus Philia, and the person explained it from both perspectives, from the Philia perspective and the Squiggly perspective, and they were both like very important. Like, okay, because you got half an inch closer, now that immediately eliminates your ability to do this, this, and this. You're gonna have to eat this if they choose to do it. If they don't choose to do it, then these are your reactions. Things like that.
Yeah.
So
no, it's the best way of fighting games. It's
like the same way, like the way Petty plays Parasol is the way that I play for like the same sort of like thinking about inches and centimeters and stuff, but like it's super fast.
You can play card games with me, JP.
It's good old card games. It's fun.
I feel like
Except they don't play Yu-Gi-Oh.
As of like the last month, I felt like my weakest spot was definitely neutral. But people have been telling me it was neutral for a long time, but like neutral is such a broad category that I had no idea how to even approach it. After sitting down and like talking with this person, I'm just like, oh, that's why I never understood neutral. I didn't think of any of this.
Yeah, you can also just hold punch charge, to be honest.
Like it's so interesting too, because there's a lot of things I do in neutral that are smart, but I didn't know why. Like, my justifications for a lot of things I did were wrong, to put really simply. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm trying to stuff out these options, and it's like, no, that's not what you care about. You did the right thing, but that's not what you should be worried about at all.
Yeah, good old neutral.
Stuff this thing, but it's because of the implications of what did you stuff. And what happens next.
It's so interesting that you mentioned the card game thing, because like a big problem with my neutral that this person talked about was that I never even tried to initiate my own win condition. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's the same problem I had with card games like a few months back. Or not a few months back, a few years back. Where I was just like, yeah, I'm just doing a bunch of cool stuff, but I'm never really pushing towards my win condition. I'm never trying to build towards something.
Yes.
Fun fact. When I played TF2, I was basically the control, I guess, player on the team.
Okay.
Where like, however, I was like a hand trap in Yu-Gi-Oh or something, where it was like, however you used me, I would either sit defensively with other people and like shut down an option, or play as aggressive as I could to try to get some kind of advantage. Like, I was kind of the control factor of the team. That's transferred to literally every game I played. It's so cool how like similar, like I could be like, oh, I played this way in a fighting game because this is how I played in TF2, and these are the decks I play in a card game.
And fighting games definitely made me ridiculously good in other genres. Like, I used to be like pretty okay with platformers. Platformers was kind of my main genre before I got into fighting games. And like, after I learned fighting games, like the way I try to exploit movement tech in platformers just completely evolved. It's kind of nuts.
Mario Odyssey's basically got BMDs.
Yeah! Oh my god! The first thing I did, as soon as the game started, I think Abby was there to suffer this, of me I was just like routing out different movement options, how I can like combo and chain things into other things. I made so much tech, and I basically broke like 4 levels like that.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh god, the Odyssey is so good!
Great, but it's not Skullgirls Get Gr8.
Yeah. You right?
Yo, I would love to do an Odyssey Get Gr8 for like April Fools or something. I'm not even like, I'm only half joking about that.
We should do that.
I would totally do that. Oh, for those of you guys who don't know, my Switch is broken.
Yeah.
Well, it's broken, but it works. So like, apparently the fan never worked, and I had no idea about this until someone talked about, oh yeah, my Switch blows a lot of cold air out of the top. Is that normal? And I'm like, what? My Switch, I've never had a fan. I'm like, there's no fan here. So that's why it's overheating every 45 minutes. I should have known.
Well,
Oh, also, Crank, I don't know if you heard. The reason I got my setup back in Colorado, but
Which setup?
So I'm probably gonna be going back and forth between here and Virginia a good amount over the next like 6 months.
I can dig it.
So my parents wanted me to have a setup both in Virginia and here, so they splurged on Black Friday for me and got me like a new monitor, and a new mouse pad.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm buying like a $60 1080-60 monitor
Oh my
for
god,
Black
this one
or
was
for
still
Cyber Monday because I'm just all I need is like a basic screen. I don't want anything fancy because I've got a super rig back at home.
Please, 'cause I need
This
to
one's like an
buy
LG
another
Ultra Ride that was like $217.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Freaking, my parents are crazy. But anyway, so because I don't have my mic, it's still in Virginia.
Uh-huh.
I got a headset, like a Logitech one.
Okay.
It's got the 2 jacks on it because I saw 2 jacks on my laptop, and I got home and both the jacks on my laptop are headphone jacks. There's 2 headphone jacks and no mic jack. Who designed this?
Like, why? Who does
I can't
that?
believe this.
Just use a USB connection, dude. It's exclusively better at this point.
It is, but I'm literally out of USB spots.
No,
I
buy a
don't have
USB.
any.
Oh my god, you and JP both spend $4 and buy like an 8-way USB hub. A USB
have
can be
one in
split like
Virginia.
1,300 times. I swear.
No. I was going to. But the one I have normally is in Virginia, and they were out at Micro Center because I went late on Friday.
Ah, okay.
Oh, yeah, I might as well buy something late today. Get paid later.
I need an audio splitter right now, I think. But
I mean-
will eventually.
The only thing I know about USB headsets is that sometimes some games have problems with them. For example, Killer is Dead had problems with that, where you couldn't hear anything except some sound effects in the game.
Really? That's so
Yeah.
interesting.
Different.
Because from a game's perspective, assuming they're just using the driver that is like the default on your machine, it should be the same as using any other type of headphone. Because from their perspective, it's all being charged. That's the coolest thing about computers is of like 1950. Everything is abstracted to a point where basically if you're writing a program, you can pretend that no other program is using memory on the computer. If you're using any sort of hardware as like a part of your software, you can pretend that there's only one type of hardware out there that you're supporting. I mean, in the real world, like it doesn't work out 100% of the time. I mean, you've clearly given me an example. But it's one of those things you can do. It's so cool because like memory addresses when you're coding and like doing memory management, you start at 0, but the odds are that the actual memory address 0 is used up by something, most likely your processor, right? But you can pretend that nothing else is using memory because the operating system abstracts that for you. That's so cool.
Makes my life easier, really.
Yeah. It also lets computer programs pretend that you have infinite memory. That's very blatantly not true.
Oh, it's so true.
For those guys who run out of memory all the time, go download some RAM at downloadmoreram.com.
Anyway, it's too...
No, just go to srug.com, download your software, XRAM. Good.
Or download more REM if you want to. If that's your blow.
No, it's not. No, don't do that. It's not as good.
REM is bottom tier trash.
Yeah, look, if you can get REM, it's probably worth more, but it's not as sassy, so it won't run as well.
RAM is the best. God damn it. I feel
Yeah,
like- what a wife.
Shoot, you're right.
What a wife.
Hey, did you see that I have the RAM plush?
No, send. Oh
What?
no, I did see it. It was like on your floor or something.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was amazing.
She's in the pose of her like when what's her face throws her. It's adorable.
Yo, I actually read the manga for that recently. It was
Oh,
super
nice. Did you catch up?
better. Okay, so my reader only went up to the part, like the end of the second act, I guess. I don't want to say what it actually is, because we're on stream, but I haven't looked where the more updated ones are, because my reader's out of date.
Yeah, but it's interesting because like he's got like 2 different works of writing out at the same time that are both this ReZero, where he has like his author's scrap notes, which is like 60% done with the series, and then he has his actual publications which use his notes but are all tend to be very different from it, and that's like 30% of the series done. So from
I
his
think that's the one I
like,
read.
so like he's not even a third of the way done with all the lore yet.
Yeah, I think that's the one I had. I've been too busy reading the freaking really obscure freaking romance manga, to be honest. Those will forever be my weakness.
I know.
I saw like a fan art of Toradora recently. I'm like, man, that was probably the only good romance I've ever seen. I mean, I'm,
with some stuff.
Also, has
Yeah.
anyone here Fate Apocrypha yet? Oh my god.
I haven't watched it yet. I was going to.
It's so...
Astolfo's in it,
Astolfo, oh
therefore-
my god, plays a maker role.
man, we're a bunch of weebs.
Shoot.
Yo, Fate Apocrypha is legit, dude. It's really
I need to I know Astolfo's in it, and that's the only reason that I wanted to watch it because I was
Worth.
kind of mad about Blade Works.
basically main character status.
I mean,
good.
is the story good? Because I mean, everyone freaks out about Stelfo. That's so.
Yeah, it's because he's the
The
best.
story is actually decent. It takes place in between the third and fourth war.
Okay, when you say decent, you mean like decent, or like impressive
Dec-
decent?
Like decent. It's not like anything really.
Yeah, I could never force myself to read that. It's
Yeah.
gonna, I'd kill myself.
No, it's an anime, so it's okay.
Yeah. God, like it's such a shame because there's so many things that I can't appreciate because I'm just like, this could have been better, and that like drives me nuts because I'm like, man, I just want to read my own book at that point.
I suppose so. Was it?
Yeah.
Fate Apocrypha takes place after the events of Fate Zero.
Shoot, I haven't watched Zero. I only watched Blade Works.
I haven't either, and apparently it's like 60 years later, so it's like, whoa.
What's different about the two? I know that they follow. I know that Zero follows Saber's route, and I know that Blade Works follows what's her face's route. I think
What oh god, what's her face?
black-haired girl.
Yeah.
The twin tail girl that everyone
Yeah.
likes for some reason.
Yeah, so I
Yes.
wasn't mad about her.
Yes.
Actually, I don't know.
Fate Apocrypha said it follows parallel to Fate Zero, I think.
Dude, do I have to watch Zero? I don't want to watch Zero. It's really old.
Well, apparently it draws from it, because like there's a
Okay.
major dude there that you don't find out is the same dude that was in Fate Zero. You're
Just
like,
wiki the
yeah.
summary of it if you don't want to watch it.
basically. Yeah.
I probably should. It's like I tried watching Zero, and the first 10 episodes were the same as Blade Works,
Yeah.
except just not as well animated.
Exactly.
I was like, this is really hard to
yeah,
get through.
I kind
I'm
of
about to
don't-
make a lot of enemies when I say this. My friend tried to get me into, what's it called, Fate's Day stuff.
Okay.
I hated it with a passion.
What'd you watch?
What did you watch?
It didn't have the twin tail girl as far as I can tell. It had, I think his name is Gilgamesh with like the little kid. Gilgamesh is like this big buff dude, and he's like paired up with this little kid who's like a cowardish kind of thing.
Gilgamesh was a big buff dude.
Maybe I'm thinking of the
I
wrong
don't know. I
guy.
only watched Blade Works. If you
Blade Works.
Blade Works is worth a watch. The story is ridiculous. It's kind
It's
of
the prequel one. Which one was the prequel one?
Zero is the first
Zero,
one.
the prequel.
I think I started with Zero. I don't know. My issue was like nothing happens. Everything returns to a state of normalcy. It took
Yeah.
6 episodes for one guy to use a wish. Like, you know how they have like 3 commands or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used his wish, and all the wish did, like, they didn't even finish the wish. Like, he was just like, I want you to kill that dude, but then they don't kill the dude, and everything returns back to normal anyways.
What?
They like, made a point where, like, oh, the assassin got killed, or whatever, like, early on. It's like, oh, shit, they're making progress? No, there's just a bajillion assassins. Like, they undo every bit of progress that they make, or any sort of development that happens, immediately. Like, they don't even, like, it's like, ha, we tricked you. No. Like, literally, within 5 minutes, they'll undo anything that is, like, some form of development.
If you liked the idea of the world, though, you should probably watch Blade Works, because it doesn't do that, and the visuals are really, really, really pretty. It's super generic, but
Yeah.
it's got cool lore and it's pretty, so, you know.
This is true. And Apocrypha kind of follows.
I'd be willing to give it a second chance, but, like, my first experience tainted it. And it was from, like, a really big fanboy being like, no, man, this is amazing, and, like, I don't know.
Have you caught up on Ruby?
Yeah, wait, not today's episode.
Oh, okay.
I
Today's
forgot
episode was
about
pretty
that.
good, actually. I liked it.
Yeah. Yes, last week's episode, like, kind of turned me off. It was pretty boring.
I haven't liked it at all, really.
Yeah,
like it
I
better than
liked
season
Yang's episode. It was alright.
Yeah, I like the episode where they're like when her and Weiss do the thing.
Yeah,
That was kind of cute.
that was fun.
There's another moment like that today.
Oh, cool.
And I will be honest, I got kind of emotional. But
Oh,
I'm
sweet.
old, so.
Alright. I'll look forward to the Doki Dokis, I guess.
That's a different game. That's a much different game.
I still look forward to it. Hey.
Yo. Oh, sorry. You do the stream. I'll tell you.
Yeah, we're gonna do the stream now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go then. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
me too.
Alright,
Bye.
later, Abby. Alright, so it's me and you again.
Hello.
Now we hijack the stream. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're starting Get Great. No early startup games. You get to listen to us podcast about a random ass anime.
Yeah.
Welcome! What we do here is we try to pair you up against an evenish opponent and try to also just expose you to other players that are around your skill level. Make some friends, find training buddies, get you ready to practice, and also we try to commentate while you play on stream and tell you problems that we notice. We can't obviously tell you everything, but we can tell you basic issues with the gameplay and things that stand out the most and things that you need to practice the most right away. That is extremely important. You guys gotta learn in steps. We can't tell you everything that's wrong with your gameplay. We just have to tell you in baby steps. We'll do our best to give you advice, and it'll be your job, honestly, to take the initiative. So if we tell you, hey, you should have used DP there, or hey, you should have been throwing out your standing hard kick because it low crushes or something like that, it is your job to reach out to us being like, hey, how can I look for low crushes? What are things that I can low crush? Or when should I be using DPs? Like, you need to take the initiative and learn the game, because the game is incredibly in-depth. This is a 6-year-old game, and we're still learning about it. I learn things every day. This game is not optimized, not finished. People are still, finding new and crazy things to take advantage about this game, despite it being around for so long. So you're going to be learning this for a long time. It's going to be a long haul, and it's best to take it in steps, and you'll catch up in no time. Make sure you use the resources that are available to you. We have plenty of resources, a lot of which can be found through commands such as !BNB or !terms. If you have any questions, ask in Twitch chat or in our Discord, which can be found through !Discord. We also have, if you're just looking for games in general, that Discord is really useful because we got a channel where people are around the clock always looking for games. I'm not exaggerating. We have a very active player base in there, which is really cool. Most Discords do not have that, and I really appreciate that, honestly. So yeah, with me I have my wonderful co-hosts, people who you are more familiar with than me probably at this point. You got JP.
Hello. I'm King Anonymous.
Yes. He's known as ! Question mark. He's known as triple question mark online. He's really good.
I have been around the bend.
Yeah, making the grand finals of almost every tournament. Pretty cool. Made it to grand finals the last local we played at, which was a stacked local, by the way. Fought against PME, if I recall correctly.
So stacked, yes.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, JP is a bit quiet. He is on my end too. Let me see if I can turn him up a bit. Actually, you are at 140%.
140. I am cranked everywhere unless I gotta project. Do I have to project?
Here, hold on. Let me do 170, I guess. 130. Say a thing.
Hello.
It's better, but you're still quiet. That's so weird.
White.
Is JP still too quiet for you guys? This is something you guys should have been typing out a little bit earlier. That would have been helpful, but that's fine. We were talking about really interesting stuff, am I right?
So much anime! Oh my god, I can't believe it.
God damn it. Any nom line or typing exclamation marks. Can't believe this.
Can't believe this. Hidden tech now.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna see that person online at some point. I'm like, and I won't know if it's Penny or if it's you at that point, because...
Try 200.
Try 200.
I'll tell if he's too loud.
I hate maxing out things on any sort of volume control, because usually what ends up happening is I'll restart my computer, and then everything is just effed up.
Yeah, and then it's all out, and that's not fun.
So he's at 200% right now. It's not really changing much.
Is it not? Maybe I guess if I do this.
Whoa. Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's got hold this Apple iPod shit my face. Cause I would prefer.
Are you talking into an iPod?
Not an actual iPod. Like the Apple EarPod things. That shit with the fucking.
Oh, you're using fucking earbud mics?
Yes, because to be honest, it's better than the fucking thing coming from the Surface.
Christ. That's so depressing.
Yo, we're so jank right now. I couldn't carry my microphone with me.
Henny's right. JP's iPod is an iPod Nano. Confirmed. Was there no meme slideshow? Heck, alright, sure.
I mean, he didn't put it up there, so I mean...
I was expecting people to jump into this lobby and fight each other while we were podcasting.
I mean, true.
But literally no one wanted to play. Alright,
No,
one more thing. If you guys want to participate, or not participate, obviously you all want to participate. If you guys are participating today, please join our group chat, which can be found by typing !GG8 chat. It'll give you a link. You don't have to join our Steam group, though. If you want to, that'd be pretty cool. You get notifications about when we go live. And also when announcements are out. What's it called? Signups are out. But also, there's a big button on the right-hand side that says Join Chat that will be essential for us to be able to invite you. If you are in chat, stay in chat. That'd be really cool. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Our first matchup will be Lovejux versus Turnikov. Turnikov, it's not his first time on stream, and I have no idea who Lovejux is.
Lovejux is a newcomer, and they unfortunately cannot make it today, so this will be an open lobby.
Oh, well then. Very well. Any beginner level player who would like to jump in and fight Turnikov to the death, well, not really. Just hop on in. This is good stuff.
To the half death, to the knockout, basically. Yeah. Love that slide.
What, the SpongeBob one? Or the
best.
It's pretty great.
Love it so much.
Alright. So, I don't think anyone's in there yet because I don't hear a countdown. Anyone who wants to hop in, right-click the crank machine in group chat, and then click join game. You guys got like 30 seconds before I just decide to fight him. And... Alright, somebody's in there, I heard it.
Hey, now I'm line.
Alright, now I'm line. Do the do! Go ahead, both these players may ready up. Fight. Hey, conveniently enough, they're both EU. I didn't have to, like, fix that, so that's good.
It's pretty good. It's not bad.
Online posted a Pick and Get Great channel, you should add to that. Alright, let me double check.
Okay. Turnikov, I remember playing the Dubla and having some little bit of issues doing the things. That's okay.
Oh, it's a little Witch Academy thing? It's like one Skullgirls.
Draco just posted something amazing in general. It's beautiful. Thank you for that.
Oh my god. Something fight me?
Something fight it's Beowulf. Oh man, it's double.
That's pretty good.
Let's do it.
Alright, we're in the game. Let's go.
With the squiggly skin, yeah.
Yeah. We're going all neutral skins, because we do that.
Basically, squiggly versus squiggly.
Yeah. But the squiggly
we got the... It's very close. It's not the right one, but it's pretty close.
What's her normal skin? I thought that's a normal skin.
Yeah, that's her normal skin, but it looks very close to it.
Yeah, she actually has a squiggly skin.
Yeah. Super nice. Be careful about using good old silver cord on black, even though it's not the worst thing in the world.
Okay, yeah. That's straight from the BNB Companion. Good stuff. Alright, so ending block strings in silver cord, I do that a lot. It's effective, don't do it every time. Get into the habit of stopping your block strings on mediums. A lot of players, even high-level players, will tell you, it's like, there's no way that you're always going to end your block strings on like a light or a medium. At very high-level play, players will tell you that you actually never need to go past the double hitting light. Oh, you threw out a jumping hard punch. Yeah, be careful throwing out that move. Jumping hard punch is not as good of a like reach out tool as you might think. It's matchup specific, and you gotta be careful when you throw it out. So yeah, watch where you're ending your block strings, and be careful with how often you're using jumping hard punch. That combo specifically is hard on double, just because double is so heavy. Double is like the only one where it's like actually a major issue. Other stuff is believing your hit confirms a bit more. You're a little bit slow going from lights into mediums or lights into heavies. I noticed that you're skipping your medium. You probably shouldn't do that. It'll help you making sure that your block strings aren't going too much if you don't get into the habit of that. Also use crouching light kick instead of just standing light kick. Because using two lights early is bad in general. It's a bad habit.
You can just get the weird like pop-up effects that happens. That's a level 3. Oh god, when you use standing
the mix-up. That's actually a very legitimate tech. Because people will be trying to block level 3, you can run up and grab and it'll almost always work. It's very actually smart.
Well, I guess that would make sense if they're stuck in pre-block, right? And that thing's out.
Yeah. So what you should have done, you built a charge and you left it there. What you should have done is actually sang. You should have used Sing earlier and then use Daisy. Because the thing about Sing Daisy is it's completely unblockable. And as for the double player, don't worry. We're gonna give you advice. Don't worry about that. We'll get to you.
This is a good grab. Okay, the double loop, the barrel loop, you gotta recognize the height when you're doing the barrel loop, because like if you pop them up too far above you, like you flip barrel every time. Be careful about ending your combos in heavies. It's not good, especially with double, because like she benefits more with liver block strings. A couple of things. If you want to air contest against Squiggly, JLP is pretty nice. JMP is also pretty nice. JMK is the god if you can do it right.
Yeah, I just want to comment on this a while back. Like when you saw the jumping hard punch come out, you punished with car. That was really smart. Like that is the correct answer there. Or H Luger. H Luger also works. That way you don't have to use a meter, but you'd have to use meter to convert anyway.
Not necessarily. You can just flush it up.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's true. And also, if you want to be real, like, next level, you put out Monster, because the jumping hard punch is, the entire thing is a hurt box. So Monster will just scoop it up and pull it right in front of you, which is fun.
Yeah. Oh, the day one. I'm going for the day one. Cool. You kind of have to just respect that, yeah.
So round start SBO is not that effective of a tool. It can be beaten out by almost every character. It only works if your opponent's not expecting it or if they're being really aggressive round start. So be aware that it's actually not a amazing round start. Kind of just keep it as a surprise. Ooh. It's also just really aggressive, and Squiggly needs meter desperately to function as a character. So using that meter right away is putting yourself at a huge disadvantage on a game. Hello? Alright, no follow-up.
Okay, so we just don't know the conversion.
Yeah, okay. So the way to convert off of that, and this is a bit tricky, is you have to have Dragon Charge like that. You have to use Saria center stage, SBO, right after you use Tremolo, like as OTG is hitting. It's a little bit weird timing, but it lets you convert off of a Saria Tremolo, which is amazing. Full screen punish, boys.
Ooh, well, it sort of made it work.
Alright, get that dive kick. That was smart. Yeah. Using medium dive kick at that height is really risky. The higher up you are, you usually want to use a heavy dive kick, because medium dive kick sometimes won't let you convert.
It's even riskier for double if they go for end dive kick and you try to go for jump heavy punch. So it's too much startup for jump heavy punch. You want to go with like a faster move. So like JLK would easily beat that up. Or you could just do the straight up anti-air, which is crouch hard punch. That works every time.
Double's crouching hard punch should not be.
It's so good.
I hate that one. Yeah, if you want to beat Squiggly, anti-air is pretty much always the answer. Especially at intermediate and even higher level of play, anti-airs are very, very effective against her in general. Because her only approach is jumping leg kick. I mentioned this before, but I kind of want to emphasize it because I've seen that you're not doing it on accident. This is very intentional of you. For the Squiggly player, you need to not skip that medium. You're skipping mediums always. There are times where you want to skip buttons. The first string is not that time. The first string you should just be doing lights, crouching leg kick, crouching medium kick into stop, or into some sort of punish, some sort of mix up, or if you were gonna go all the way, then I guess it's okay to end silver cord because it's safe-ish. Oh, I love that. I love how dive kick crosses up and they convert on both sides. It's fun.
That's a good button. Here you go. You punish something, at least. Jump medium punch. It's really good for the pressure. It's nice grab.
Oh, nice grab. Alright, you did a back throw. Smart. A lot of people will debate on this, because, I mean, having corner is obviously great, but a lot of doubles mix-ups and, like, true power come out in mid-screen. So a lot of people will actually opt to throw into mid-screen. Just be aware of that.
Like, the doubles, you know, she's still no slouch when it comes to corner pressure, but like you lose a lot in the mix-up department because you just kind of have to rely on the low throw and the occasional overhead. You don't really have any good safe overhead.
I mean, if you want to watch Be Great, this one from last Wednesday, the 22nd, I believe it was. There was a double who just basically mixed all day in the corner. And
that was me.
That was you. It was you, and it was freaking incredible. So if you want to watch the VODs of that, hit that up. But in general, though, in mid-screen is where you really get that kind of
The problem with that, though, is like you have to be stuck on dizzy for a very long time. So it's like, you know, 10 resets later, it's gonna be a little rough.
I honestly think instead of optimizing combos, JP, you need to start like really figuring out routes where you can burn out enough on dizzy so you can keep on resetting without being at max on dizzy. You being at max on dizzy is like stopping you from killing in a lot of situations where you normally can.
Yeah, that's good. That's true. But then it's like, I kind of had to weigh the option though. It's like, do I sacrifice the pressure?
He's going for it,
right? He's just going for it.
Like how you stop talking too. It's like, oh, it's happening. He wants that level 5.
Must be awesome. Nah.
Right. So if you're Squiggly and you have level 5, it's actually a completely legitimate strategy to just go for it, because it's basically automatically Serious Center Stage Daisy, because it has enough hit stop to not be jumpable post flash if they're close enough to you. So if you see them, they're that close to you, it's actually a totally okay strat to just mash it out and go for it. In general, though, it's an awful super. The super is trash. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. The level 5 is... It loses to Daisy. Like, it's grab vulnerable. It's not even true invuln. It's just a worse Daisy, but it moves forward really fast, and it does a lot of damage. The best way to do it is, now that you only need 1 charge to actually execute it, is you want to have both charges, and then use, and have taunt, obviously, and then use Silver Cord and convert into it. It does do 7,777 damage, but it's not worth it. Squiggly has an TOD from 3 meter, so, like, she doesn't... It never helps,
It'll
so to
never
speak.
help. It's only really if you just want the meme.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a pseudo TOD. Like, you have to be in the corner, and then a lot of situations have to be... a lot of things have to go right, but then you can TOD.
It's like Fugua's level 5. Like, what would you do with?
Yeah. So, tell me what you thought about the Devil's Corner combo routes and stuff. I gotta be right back, but, like, talk about that.
Go for it. Yeah. So double needs a little more work. Really, you just really need to practice the barrel with B. Like, as soon as you get that down, to be honest, you have one more option for like combo enders and stuff. So a lot of people just borrow off of the double barrel loop. It's because it's the most consistent, and like 2, you're just gonna use it everywhere else when you decide to do some routes and stuff. The other combos that double really have are the Cilia slide ones, but those are a little too difficult for you right now, because those take a lot of focus and knowing and preserving OTG and using it at the right time and stuff. But really, it's just knowing your buttons. JHP against M dive kick is not that good, because startup is meh. You want to be using JLP or JLK, it's okay. Or just do the anti-air. The anti-air is usually better against Squiggly, because Squiggly kind of relies on her double jump forward movement and stuff, because she doesn't have that good of a ground game. If you have a really good ground game as double, yeah. If you have a really good ground game as double, like, Squiggly's no issue. So like, that's okay.
I mean, crouching hard punch H. Luger stuff, like, I mean, H. Luger is your best friend against Squiggly, honestly.
Yes.
Because not only does it anti-air, it's glorious anti-air at that, it also moves her back, which sets her up for a lot of burst baits, sets her up for a lot of just punishes in general. Finding out H. Luger setups and stuff like that. Like, hit up JP, I mean, JP's has them for days. I'm assuming he doesn't mind.
I have so many.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, do a little bit of research on her options like that, because if your anti-air game is on point, then you're gonna have a lot easier time in that matchup. I mean, you did fine anyway, let's be honest. Something you can look into. There's something else I wanted to touch on regarding double, and I'm just barely slipping from my mind, and I can't remember what it was.
Well, what did it have to do with?
Oh, right. I just wanted to make a comment saying the big thing about double that I would want you to learn eventually is her mid-screen vortex, and that'll, because like when I knew you just didn't have one when you decided to do a back throw instead of a forward throw in that corner. That's not something you really need to worry about until you're in the intermediate bracket, really. But that's what's really going to bring you to your next level of play. Being able to cycle back into a reset and like cover multiple options that your opponent can do is going to be glorious for you. It's going to help you win so many games. Both those players were actually really, really good for beginners. Like, I don't know, that was really impressive. I don't know.
They're pretty decent.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have plenty to work on, obviously. We all do. But there was, I expected a lot worse, I'm not going to lie. So that was actually pretty solid. So keep it up. And hopefully next week when you guys sign up again, you better sign up again. We'll see that you worked on a lot of those issues. Meanwhile, Clock Knight and Iman jumped on in. They're ready to go.
The lobby clicked out.
No.
Give it 30 seconds. Maybe we'll still get in. If we don't get in, I'll message them.
Okay.
Yeah. But normally when this happens, we're not gonna get in. I hate that.
This is true. Yeah, you could bait H Luger, but the thing is, like, if they're on the way down and you do H Luger, that's a line cancel for you. I mean, like, they just gotta hold that.
Yeah.
El Omega lol. Methinks they are probably in this match.
I'm gonna go ahead and there's some.
No.
I'll be glitched, and you guys are not being streamed. And one of you alt for and rejoin. I'll copy that. Send that to the other dude.
Rewatch your commentary. Go for it if you wanna check it out.
I actually highly recommend that. That's something I honestly would say is almost required. Do not listen to us while stuff is being streamed. Listen to us in the VODs and like study the VODs. Like pause, rewind, rewatch. If you don't understand something, like message us on Discord and being like, hey, you guys said this at this timestamp. What did you mean by that? Can you elaborate a little bit more? Can you help me work on it? Like, what can I do to practice against it? Do stuff like that. The more engaged you get with the commentary we give you, the better off you will be. I guarantee you this. Alright, so neither of them ulted forward, so I'm guessing they didn't read the thing, but that's fine.
Unless we're super glitched and we just...
Hey Crank, you said I belong to beginners. What do? Well, let me tell you, you should sign up for beginners every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 9 p.m. GMT. Is it still 9 p.m. GMT or is it 8 p.m. GMT now? Someone from EU correct me, because it changes a lot.
I believe we're at 8 p.m. now?
Is it 8? Is it?
Yeah,
okay.
We're past EDT, right? We're like EST now?
Yeah, but last year when it happened, we switched hours, and then we were 8 p.m. GMT for a solid 2 weeks, and then... Yeah.
Alright then. Yeah, they played, but they didn't ult forward.
Okay, yeah. So they'll rejoin, and we'll play 3 matches from scratch.
Get a good old rejoin.
Ignore that first game. Play 3 matches because it was not streamed. All right.
What do you mean, Draco? You get 5 gold all the time? Oh.
I think you're fighting a tough opponent this time. Yeah, you're fighting Magic. There's a real chance you'll get 5-0'd this time. I don't know. Then again, you improve stupidly fast, so I don't actually know.
He does improve fast, but he still has the terrible habit of just pressing buttons.
I feel like, honestly, one of those things that Draco, I feel like, really needs to work on. Weird, because like he's not up for a while. I think it's his execution. When I was playing with him, 9 out of the 10 things he would say is, that wasn't what I meant.
Yeah.
That's like I accidentally got segment. Like you gotta work on
your
that.
buttons. Yeah, you gotta work on not flubbing your buttons.
All right, we're in.
Hey, there's oh yeah, that's right. Plays football. Got the good old
Peacock.
Skin. It's good.
What do you think about this team? Like Fugo Peacock.
Fugo Peacock is weird. Also, we're still stuck on this combo. That's not good, especially against
2 lights into the crouching medium kick and then stopping. All right, that's weird.
Well, no, he's still going for the CMP into CHP and then doing it again. Like that's actually really not good against Wiggles because you're liable to whip it all the time. She's super light, and if you try to use it in the corner, you'll be very, very sad.
Yeah. So right away, about what the Fugo's doing. Oh wow, I caught by Daisy. Wow, there's so much to talk about. Too fast. So right before the Fuqua, you're trying to hit confirm with crouching medium kick. That's a bad habit to get into. It's okay for now because you aren't beginners, but that's something you want to get out of the habit of very early. Using multi-hits to try and poke at your opponent is I get it because it gives you time to think. It gives you time to process what's going on. But using that is kind of setting yourself up for trouble because it's going to hurt your damage and your overall effectiveness of your combo a lot going forward when you're actually getting the hit confirms. So you want to get into the habit of using single hit lights and then single hit mediums on your first string, just to poke out, and using that time to figure out whether you hit confirmed or not, and going forward or not. But you have the right idea though. You're stopping on a medium, that's kind of the only beginner issue that you really need to work on. But it's a bad habit to get into right away. Also, I saw multiple raw tags. So raw tags are interesting because, oh cool, the entire startup is invulnerable. But raw tags all can get heavy counter hit, which will literally get you killed on block. And they're very predictable if you do it more than once. So if you get into the habit of raw tagging a lot, this applies to both players. It's gonna hurt you in the long run because there are very specific situations where you should be raw tagging. And situations where it works is like, say your opponent is hard knockdown, like if they're in a crumple animation, you have enough time to raw tag, that's fine. Say your opponent got killed and their next character hasn't come in yet, that's enough time to raw tag, that's fine. If you're gonna raw tag mid combo and then convert, that's hard to do, but that's fine, that's smart. Doing it as a reversal should be extremely rare and should be on a very hard read. Because when it works, it's great, and you'll feel rewarded for doing it, but in general, you will be punished more often than rewarded, so be careful you don't fall into confirmation bias there. Good assist call from Bella, yeah, using the lockdown to try and keep the pressure going, but I think you missed timing your command grab. Be a little bit more careful about that. There's so many other things I want to talk about. Okay, so Chivamon, Daisy is not a reversal. It's weird to say that because a lot of people will say, oh yeah, on paper it's a reversal, as invuln startup, and it'll catch a lot of people that are pressing the button. You're right, but almost every character in the game has a tool to get out of that. Peacock is... well, Peacock can teleport. That's the thing. So Peacock can literally just teleport out of that if she wants to. She can cancel anything and teleport. So even if she's already in the middle of a button, she's got a free way out. It's got like, what's the window? Like 6 frames? 2 frames? I don't know.
I think it's like, was it like 4 to 6 frames? Something
it's 4 to 6 frames, and there are 4 frames of vulnerability for Peacock. So I'm not exactly sure how that interaction works out. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know for sure. In the worst case scenario, she can literally DHC out. She can put down George and then DHC into like Drill Super. Drill Super goes into the air, and then she won't get hit. It's that simple. Or BFF. BFF is fully involved too. It'll actually punish. So you would literally get counter hit for reversing out of that situation, which is awful. You don't want to do that. Use Daisy aggressively, not defensively. That's very important.
What a rot. We just need more clocks.
Yeah. From Clock Knight's perspective, if she doesn't sing, just jump. Like, just hold up. Literally, throughout that entire super animation, just hold up and you won't get hit. I guarantee you.
Hold it. Also, it was a good decision to press CLK right there while the team stands up. She's just 3 when she stands swing, so it's good. She's a good tech, considering he's already done that 3 times. It's adapting.
Alright, so push block. This is something I saw last game I didn't get to say. Squiggly can pressure you forever if you don't push block. If you push block, all her pressure ends. Push block literally makes his character awful. I mean, relatively speaking, Squiggly's still great, obviously. That dodge.
Yeah. See, this is why you don't do that combo, because you just whip CMP. So like, Squiggly could just instantly punish you. There's a round bag.
So that time was a little bit different because it comboed into that, but you need better routes if you want to raw tag in a mid combo. That's why I said it's a little hard to do. There's other stuff. Oh my god, there's so much to talk about so fast.
You gotta push block. You just kind of down backing right there. It's just
after cremation, you can convert with silver cord. Do not forget that. That will save your life a lot more. Oh,
like this is the most
yeah, there we go. That's an okay time to use Daisy. Daisy is a reversal against other supers. I wanted to talk about that. What Clock Knight could have done though to make you feel really sad is to done DHC into Drill Super, which is why Daisy's awful. That what you did was smart, but it was not okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, Drill Super would have worked, but BFF probably a little more.
Oh, BFF would have been better. You're absolutely right. Drill Super would have scaled less and done more damage overall, but like he wouldn't be able to convert. BFF lets you convert into more damage total. That is correct.
There's an elephant. Oh, man.
So, Clock Knight, you need to work on DHCing and being aware of opportunities to punish reversals like that. Because if you're in the middle of super, and Daisy is not guaranteed to hit you. Daisy has 4 to 6 frames after the super flash where you can just input something else. If you input their next super, it'll punish a lot of the time. Or if you're in the middle of a special or a heavy punch or whatever, if you cancel into your George super, that gives you enough time to DHC into a move that will punish Squiggly. Gotta look for those opportunities.
Man.
On top of that, like all of those like hits, like when you like DHC and do crazy stuff, it's like, oh man, I'm spending 2 meters. Is that worth it? Yes, because it'll be a counter hit, and counter hits are extremely powerful in this game. That was a counter hit, so there you go. What counter hits will do is they'll give you more undizzy to work with, which will allow a longer combo and do more damage overall. But it also makes your first hit do bonus damage, which is crazy important. Bang does not beat Daisy. Bang is grab vulnerable. Or Penny in chat. I mean, you can bang anyways and then Kara cancel, like if you really want to, but there's no reason not to. Or I mean, there's no reason to do that. Just go straight into George.
Yeah.
Bang, L bang is grab invuln.
Oh yeah, L bang is grab invuln.
Oh, I mean,
L
yeah,
bang
you
is
could
strike invuln. Yeah.
maybe. I don't think it
long
lasts
enough,
long enough, but
I don't think so either.
if nothing else, you can use that as like a buffer window to increase the time where you can cancel into a super. If
You
really
could
want
probably do that into like something else. I don't know.
to. Yeah, maybe. That's interesting. I don't know.
Oh man, it's so punishable.
Daisy has wax properties and lasts too long. It does not last too long. The recovery lasts too long, and it has whack properties, yes, because it sucks. Daisy's awful.
Like you know, cross-up Daisy's a thing. If cross-up BFF is a thing, to be honest.
Yeah. If you're talking about reversals, Daisy's awful. If you're talking about just moves in general, Daisy's amazing.
True. Oh, we don't even convert. We just sweep it. Sucks.
Yeah, because it's a squiggly move. Yeah, that's very true, honestly.
Nice cancel. Right shirt. So I think we're looking for the raw tag here. I can feel it in my bones. Okay.
Be aware if you're on Dizzy. If your Dizzy's maxing out and building up really high, you want to be going into something so that if they burst, you're still safe. That's what we call a burst bait.
Indeed. Teleport, yeah. Okay.
Alright, that was smart. Alright, cool. Gunfell's going gunning. So, Bang 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 in both those situations was fine. No, there we go. I was waiting for that. That situation is not okay. So Bang 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 is a move that is absolutely horrible for Peacock if it whiffs. Specifically if it whiffs. If they're blocking, like you comboed into it because they got hit by a bomb, or if they blocked a bomb and then they're chained into it because of a, like, what's it called, they're still blocking, that's fine. But if they're in the air and they dodge Bang Bang Bang, you are stuck in the animation for Bang 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 for a really long time. Especially if they have a double jump like Squiggly does. They're gonna gain so much distance on you, and it is horrible for you. Yeah, like if Squiggly dive kicked there, that would have been a huge punish. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Got him right into the beam. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Careful when you throw out beam super. You gotta... Peacock is one of those characters where you gotta be really careful that you're actually chaining into stuff.
Oh, we're still down.
Hold up.
Just hold the up button. Even if you're stuck in a block string, yeah, got block stun, you can still hold up. You're fine.
Yeah. Daisy's not as good as it looks. I guarantee you. Alright, that was 3 games, right?
That was 3 games.
Okay. So, other stuff I want to talk about. For the Bella needs work. When she came out, you were throwing out random mediums and just kind of trying to throw out pokes here and there. Learn a bit more options that she's got. Learn like routes and was that actually 3 games?
Yeah.
Because I thought the first game was not on stream.
Yeah, the first game wasn't on stream, but they played 3 more.
Okay. All right. AC fan, that video does not suck. You had to be there, man. You had to be in that year. It was a culmination of every meme we made that year. On Skullheart. It was freaking brilliant.
For the Peacock, and for Fugu as well, if you're gonna do some zoning, as soon as you're out of their face, to be honest, you just get started, because then you just pressure them backwards. Because you just kind of just escaped without doing much of anything. It's not really, just like, you're just letting them pressure you at that point. Like, you gotta at least do some back. Wield your sword if they come at you.
You're playing SG in 2015? I was born in the SG. Raised by it. Molded by it. It seems this time the SG has betrayed you, ACAC fan.
I'm so sorry that stuck.
Alright. Fight me, to be honest. Yeah, do that. 2009, what, 2097?
297.
Yeah. I love the year 20,097. That time was great. We had the best SG memes then.
In the grim darkness of the 200th century, there is only Skullgirl.
The only light in our life.
Not unlike the light of our two next opponents.
Hey, we're getting there. Nomline, welcome back. You're gonna be on stream one more time versus Illegal Laws. Oh man, it's been a while since we had Illegal Laws here.
Oh, it's so long. Jeez.
Just the dude. All right, let's go. Where's Nomline? There you are. Get to game. You both have been invited. Join as soon as possible. Keep the show on the road. I support para-only girls.
Para-only girls.
Fox-only Final Destination.
Pretty good. For the Final
I
Destination.
feel like that would be Philia, though. Philia's the Fox of this game, I feel.
The Fox of this? Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
But she's just got the most standard kit, except for Gregor.
That's true. I don't know. No items.
No items.
Skull Souls.
Oh, yeah, totally forgot about no items.
Wait, so if it's Skullgirls, is the game really hard?
Hey.
This game is hard.
Skull Souls is the Crash Bandicoot of the Dark Souls series.
Give Philia a gun.
But she basically has one.
Practically. It's Samson's, they're gone. It's okay.
Yeah. Gonna stop stream? Smart. That is definitely something you should do.
It's a good idea. It's true. Buff that connection of yours.
This one we got really lucky regarding the types of or the number of EU players and the number of NA players. Like we were able to match them up pretty well, all things considered.
Squiggly Fuqua, I'm at the up back. I can only give advice when the when the Fuqua comes out.
Yeah. All right. JP, when are you gonna pick up Squiggly?
I did for a moment, and then I got distracted by Pika.
And
I was pretty in there, dude. That's totally punishable.
Take throws. Let's go. That's smart.
The second silver cord is totally reactable unless your opponent's asleep. That is insane.
So, silver cord will work in neutral more often than it should, but you do not use it. It is a horrible decision because on block at that long of a range, it is no longer safe. It is only safe in the end of a block string, safe-ish at the end of a block string because of how quickly it retracts. It will retract. It will take forever to retract if you try to do that. Like they can just dash out SBO, do whatever the hell they want. They can have a field day with you. Nomline, he did a throw around start after a tick throw. That's smart, but your conversion was not. To convert, you want to use either SBO and then silver cord because you're in the corner. That's obviously the best conversion you can really do, because corner sucks. Against a heavy opponent such as Big Band, and I've heard rumors that it works on Double and Beowulf as well, you can use silver cord without charge and you're fine. Otherwise, you need silver cord with charge if you don't want to spend a meter. So if you don't have any charges, use SBO, and then silver cord immediately. Like you barely want to wait at all because they'll bounce out of SBO real fast. Again, if you have charge, just use silver cord. If you have punch charge, that's the ideal situation. If you have punch charge in a meter, that's even more ideal in my opinion. But like people tend to disagree on that. So if you have punch charge, you can get a wall bounce in anywhere that's not the corner. So I mean that didn't work. If you did a back throw, that would have been fine because you had the corner, and it would have basically been pretend you had a punch charge. So you didn't have to use any charge in that situation. So you should have done a back throw. That would have been great. Squiggly does really well in the corner. Well, good-ish, like good enough. What else is there? Oh yeah, if you have punch charge and a meter, what you'll do is you can mid-screen do punch charge into SBO, and what it'll work as though you use just SBO. But the benefit is that because it forms a corner there with Sirius center stage, you can build a charge, walk up, and still convert. Because you get all 5 hits of the SBO to convert. So it'll basically be as though you only spent a meter to convert, and you still have punch charge, which is really, really nice. And you get all 5 hits of SBO, which is absolutely wonderful. Alright, cool stuff. Good old B&B. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, dive kicks on Squiggly feel weird all the time. He's a tiny character. Use light dive kick there instead of medium. Light dive kick does not convert. Light dive kick only converts into standing light punch with a 1-frame window. And otherwise, you actually don't want to use standing light punch in a light dive kick in a combo. You want to use medium dive kick because it'll let you convert. Light dive kick is really good for frame traps and stuff, like because afterwards you can go for a throw or you can reset with like a low.
This is a cool combo.
Also, the fact that light dive kick this is a bit more of an advanced thing. The fact that light dive kick combos into standing light punch at all is really useful if you want to trick your opponent. Like if they're gonna reversal because they know a reset's coming after light dive kick, if you use standing light punch and then reset, you'll get right between their input windows. But if you don't know what I mean by that, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Also, we had a whole bunch of red health there. Remember, that you can slap. You can slap your opponent. You can snap. You can snap.
Slap, snap, back and forth.
For some red health.
Yeah, we slap fast now. But he's right. So if you're playing solo is played 100% differently than well, not 100, like 80% differently than how a team is played. So first of all, solo Skullgirls in general considered a meme because it's probably the worst solo you can play in the game. That being said, go ahead and try and make it work. Yo-Yo's been making it work for the most part. So like if you think it works for you, go for it. But it's not the smartest thing to do. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So one of the main uses you have for meter was Squiggly needs meter in general. Squiggly needs meter for everything. But one of the worst parts about playing solo Squiggly is you need meter for snaps. When you're playing a solo, snapping gets you a whole what's it? 70? It's like 66%. It's like 30% of your life if you... No, 50, it's 66% of your life if you snap your point character. If you snap your opponent's assist, you get 33% of your red life back. And if you snap both of them at the same time, you get 75% back. It's some weird number.
But Missing Note's been trying to contest that, saying that Mike didn't put that in the game, so I guess it's just 66 overall. You do both.
Wait, what do you... Wait. Where's Missing No saying that?
Yeah, no, he said that before in like other streams. Like if you snap, there's no like a whole. You would get like extra 15% or whatever. It's just like 66 flat.
It's just 66. Wait, really?
Yeah.
I need to experiment with that.
I would have to see that.
That's really strange. I don't remember this. I'm not sure about it.
I don't remember this.
I don't even know how to do this easily. If he snaps here, no.
Well, I mean, we could just dive kick it to the SBM, it works too.
Not one single lol, oops. Yeah, that's a funny way to end that. No, but you did fine. But yeah, I'm surprised. So if you snap both of them, you get 66, as though you only snap the point anyway.
Yes. That is what Missing Note was saying.
Because I thought what happened was Mike C originally made it as you get 100% of your red life back if you snap both, and then he nerfed it down to 75.
Yeah, and then Missing Note said that he couldn't find a good way to implement it or something like that, so it was just 66 overall.
Oh, I actually have the patch notes handy, so let me double check on that.
Go for it. Well played, guys. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Next up, we got Guru Slum versus Shmup Dog Joe.
So Guru's been on the grind because he's been asking for games like day in and day out since he's joined.
True.
And he's been getting your body left and right and winning games and stuff, and he has the confidence, except apparently when it comes to me. Oh boy!
Apparently there was a bug where if you snapped a dead character, after the round was over, wait, hold on. If you fixed the bug, dead snapped out character would come in after the round was over if you killed the assist with double snap. That's amazing. So the corpse would just pop in and die. I like that. That's really funny to me. Alright,
That is amazing. Cheapest. My fingers are cold. You need to warm up. Then you actually have to warm up. If your fingers are cold, you need to warm up. You gotta play some, and play a little bit.
Any snapback during bursts. Allowed everyone to negative edge snapbacks because well, I remember that was an accident. All right, assists that are reset out of double snaps. Point live. With the point alive, if below 75% damage scaling. Oh, never mind. That's something else. Okay.
It's there somewhere. Believe in yourself, Rico.
I'll let you cover this matchup and we'll dig for this.
Cool. So like, Guru's been just on the solo Bayo grind. That's okay. Schwab still needs to be a little more consistent about the combos and stuff. So that's a good route start actually for Bayo. Do not follow up with Blitzer because that's punishable. You could have just SBO'd there at any point in time, and you know. Oh my God, the cross up, you know, cross up, good old cross up silver cord. That's good. You know, it's like he's a band, but he's not. That was a good cross up as well. So we're still stuck on the high-low high with Jerusalem. At some point he'll acknowledge that. That was an awesome grab. Oh man, he didn't tech, so you got a combo for free yet again. Tech, Guru. It'll save your life. But if you're gonna, and I feel like Frank could also just go with this too. If you're going to do H diving woman, like, why spend the meter? I don't understand the point, to be honest, because it's just for spending a resource.
What about solo diving?
If you do H dive kick, right, and then SBO, why spend the meter?
H dive kick and then SBO. Well, depends when. I'd have to know the situation.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Just spending a resource.
Did he cancel the second hit into SBO, or did he?
That's not a reversal! Neither is that, but that works.
No, that was actually smart. That's fine.
Yeah, it was yeah, that hit software. That's okay. He did H diving woman, did the second hit, they fell over, screw late, and then he did the forward SBO.
Well, if that's what his hit confirm was, no, that's awful.
Yeah,
because it wastes a meter when you can just dash up and convert anyway, or you can jump up and convert.
Exactly.
But if you do it at the end of your combo, it's a really sneaky way to add in extra damage. It also lets you add, it lets you diversify your aerial setups if you'd like to. But yeah.
But then, like, why spend the bar when you just push a button?
Oh, Savage JP's back. Oh damn.
Draco, let me hold your hand a little. Can't believe this.
Solo versus teams now keep a percentage of damage taken as red arrow.
Blitzer round start is actually not a good idea because you could just easily, you could have just daisy that, SBO'd that, like, you would have to cancel into arm and spin the bar. Also, if you're doing forward down Blitzer, that's actually unsafe for you. Much more unsafe for you. We're in there for the trash can, I guess. This is not really a time to meme, but okay.
Oh great,
it doesn't tell you?
It says hitting a point character restores 2/3 and hitting an assist restores 1/3.
Okay.
So it doesn't tell me what happens when it hits both.
When it hits, oh, well great. Yeah. Wonderful. I guess it's not really there then. Oh man. So like the second hit of Parasol's Sand Heart Punch, you can just push back that into a punish because they're just gonna keep going and try to make it safe for the L tier. It's like, nah, dude. See, Guru, this is why you have to respect the wake up, because then you just get punished by DP. Like, you can't just push buttons all the time. Also, yeah, you just push block that, and you're just gonna go for wolf shoot. Yeah, we're still going for the meme. Okay. Also, like, Guru, by doing that, you're honestly just getting rid of all of your potential options. Like, you can't do a reversal if you have no meter. You can't get out of the corner. You're just stuck there. Well, that sucks. But that's okay. We're not gonna do anything about it because we're stuck. We just stood there. Then we up forward into him. Okay. Oh man. Like there should be specific moments where you're actually using the trash can with Beowulf, because it does give you like a potential incoming setup. But like if you're doing it just for the beam, you're literally getting rid of all of your options for getting out of any type of pressure.
It lets you snap out of a hit confirm with a grab or whatever, but it's also nice because this is your only way to snap when you have a what's it called? When you don't have your chair.
Yes, it's a good way to do that. But like if you have your chair and you're doing it, and it's just because you want to be a meme, it is not going to actually help you. See like that, like you what? You can't. That was like a wishful confirm if you wanted to do for DP kind of thing. I don't know. It was really weird. Oh, that's counter it. The high-low high. There it is. Yep. Classic high-low high. Like at that point, you actually could have just daisied him and you just fall right into it. It's fine. Well, you should, if you're going to go for punch charges or any kind of charges with Squiggly, you should really just be walking backwards. Just blitzering a neutral. It's not good. Into okay. Well, he tried to confirm off of SLT. Oh man, instead of a cord neutral, it's not safe. No, it's not good.
I have to believe missing no is right at this point. Like I don't...
same. I haven't seen anything. Okay.
Oh.
Into the trash can. Well, I mean, for the health, sure, I guess. But like again, to be the meme, yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have his chair. At this point, it makes sense.
Yeah, he doesn't have. He's okay. That's okay.
I think that was smart.
He's gonna go for the. Yeah.
That was a good frame trap.
That's a classic frame trap. That's also very punishable. He tried to press buttons. That was really early. There's another one.
Alright, that snap was not necessary. Now you're just spinning it.
Again, see, yeah. So this is like, yeah.
Doesn't matter. This kills.
Yeah. This kills.
If nothing else, you force an incoming setup, which is cool, I guess. So if you want to like really do it, wait for a couple of strings and use it as like a really dumb reset.
Yeah.
That would be the best way to actually apply the meme, but you really don't need to do that.
Yeah. We did get all 3 rounds. Yes, that did happen.
Thank you, JP, for covering all that.
Yeah. No problem.
Oh god, I ate like so many donuts and I'm still starving.
Why'd you eat
What's wrong
so
with
many?
me? I'm so hungry.
I mean, well, it's because they're usually just light, man. If you want to eat a donut, get some filling. It'll fill your belly.
I don't like filling. It was donut holes. I just have a bunch of them, and I'm like, this is my breakfast for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
And then like I ate like enough that's like 2 servings worth, and then so it's like basically 2 donuts, and then
Dude, where's the nearest restaurant? I'm just gonna get you like some fucking General Tso's or something.
Maybe I should treat myself. Maybe I should go to someplace fancy today.
Should do that.
I'm wearing like Hello Kitty pajama pants.
Works.
And like I am far too lazy to change out of these right now because they're so soft. Okay.
Just walk in there and being like, yo, this is the softest thing I have. Can I just come in here?
Walk into like a 5-star restaurant, this guy wearing a tuxedo. It's like, oh snap, get this man first class service right away. He's wearing Hello Kitty pants.
Totally. Totally. Draco with Pleasure's book on hand. Not exactly. Hasn't really read it.
Speaking of Pleasure's book, hey Draco, have you read it yet?
I think he has, but he keeps mixing up buttons, so it makes me believe that he hasn't.
Oh, yeah, I think the first line in Pleasure's book is obviously, don't press the wrong button. If not, it should be.
Get in there with icy. You should have warmed up before this, man, if you're gonna complain. So I get the feeling for Parasol, as round start, was it up back called? Okay, called Dan. I was expecting Bayo. So let's see here. Double down back. Yeah, that's not safe. You also should not be going for a DP after 1 hit. Like, man, that's like the hardest to read. That's what kills you a lot, to be honest. He's gonna go for a reset, and that's a counter hit, yeah. Which is, yeah, that's the thing. You know, for another one, that's a counter. So that's fine blocks. That's okay. But the horse in a block string is actually not really all that good. Yeah, no, oh, careful of Adrian. We don't know how to convert though. Yeah, it's Horus out of a block string. Not sure why. Also, from that distance, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, they could just run up to you and do whatever. None of that was safe, and only the second hit was really a burst, and only when you hit the ground. Like, none of that was real until that moment. Yeah. You convert. The hardest second that's right there. Oh my god, I crossed up, I think that's what happened. He didn't jump. Nor did it look like he was gonna jump, but I guess. Again, he's trying for the DP so hard! It's not that good, to be honest. Also, it's really not, it's not an opportune moment to really just be going for that. It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
So he's running M8 train, but he's using it at like full screen.
Yeah, it's like what? Penny has words of advice. Eliza DP isn't a reversal. Ah,
it's is it grab or is it full invuln?
It's invuln, but it's really not the greatest thing to be using, right. Especially if you're starting from L uppercat. It's really not that good.
Yeah, I mean it's something. But if you need a reversal, it's the best thing you got.
Yeah.
But ideally, though, you just wait until you have to just hold it until you have level 3.
Hold it until you actually need it, not when, oh god, they're pressing a button.
Yeah. That's why Eliza is really tough like that, because a lot of her moves use up her meter. And the real thing that she needs is she always needs to have at least 3 meter, because she needs that reversal option.
Yeah.
That's just kind of something you got to be aware of. You want to route out your pressure and like just play your neutral as though you're trying to build meter and hit that level 3 mark. For Draco specifically, he wants to hit that level 4 mark, because you always also want to be able to have snap handle so you can heal. That's super important. Solo Eliza's hard, yet ironically really popular.
It's fun. Eliza's fun, because she's got cool ground game, and then you can get some air streams. Look at that! He went for it.
I think Eliza's dumb. I'm biased.
It's understandable. It's okay. He tried for the burst fade. It's okay. We're running grass this time? Okay. Instead of Adrian. I guess Adrian wasn't really putting in the work. Yeah. You were pressing a button on the way down. Oh, there you go. That's a burst.
Smart burst. That was.
I can see we're going for this.
That was like copy paste penny burst fade right there.
True.
That's the burst fade I think they always fall for. Oh, drop that link. Or you actually went for a low reset. I actually can't tell. If that was a low reset, that was so tight it was impressive.
Yeah, it was dropped, but it's okay though.
Hey, does standing leg kick hit low?
No.
No? Okay. Because Big Bands does, I think. Like, me and Kenji have been debating on this, but
yeah.
This isn't something that should be debatable at all.
No, it doesn't.
But me and Kenji have debated on this, and like we think it hits low, and it's weird because like not many standing lights hit low.
I don't believe it does.
You don't think it hits low? Okay.
I don't think so.
It looks so low.
It looks suspicious. It's like, was it Val and Doubles stand like a that looks like it's low because of the animation, but it's not.
Penny has to know. Come on, you know everything.
What's around, sir? Up back.
Super jump back.
Oh man, we're jumping. We're jumping. We're in the air.
I don't think he wanted to super. I mean, because like air to air parasol, I think barely wins. They're both really stupidly strong in the air. I guess the only thing you have over her is that you have your air super. But in general, our Bands does hit low. I mean parasols. Hers is a mid. Her standing white kick is a mid. Wild. Okay.
Yes. It looks like it. It doesn't look like it, but it is.
Okay, so Magic, if you're gonna Vortex your opponent and not burst bait them, don't let that undizzy fill up, because after you reset, if you're at full undizzy, this is intermediate so I can talk about this, if you're at full undizzy, your damage is immediately scaled all the way down to 30%, which is garbage. So you'll do, at max undizzy, you do trash damage. Make sure you're resetting before the undizzy maxes out, if you can.
To the Horus. That's not really a good incoming step, to be honest. You want to make Horus effective. That's a good overhead. You want to make Horus effective, you gotta be closer to the corner. No, both of those could have been a burst bait.
So you could have canceled that crouching leg kick into, actually nothing, never mind. I lied. I actually lied entirely.
The entire line. All of it.
Yeah. This entire stream's a lie.
Wombo combos. Alright. Makes sense. That's actually a good option, to be honest.
Yeah, get rid of that red health. That's
really
actually pretty
bad,
smart, especially because Draco's sitting on a meter.
Or
good block.
like that. Just
You
not do
didn't.
anything.
Yeah, Ban is one of those people that because he's tall enough, you don't actually need to chicken block that. You can just kind of, you can just block it and grab, punish.
Yeah. Go for Albus. Go for an Albus. For an air dash.
Ooh, went on that hard read. Gotta be careful if you're throwing out A-trains like that. Don't do that. A-trains and brasses feel really good to hit, but don't fall into that confirmation bias because you're gonna whip it more often than you're gonna hit this. Guarantee you.
We're down back.
Level 3 to finish. Smart. Being aware of they were perfectly in range to kill. If Magic got out, he could have just mashed level 5 and killed. So that was really smart.
Would have been so needed.
But also on Magic's end, that was also like a really smart snap a while back. Getting rid of that red health. That was probably what he needed to do. Messed up the incoming setup though and didn't get off of that. Also, I think he probably would have won the game actually if he was resetting before he hit max on Dizzy. Because he would have squeezed out a lot more damage like that. Like you think it's like, oh yeah, it's just a little bit of scaling. No. I mean, you literally lost 70% of your damage because you reset so late. Which is insane, right? Like using 70% of the damage in your combo is nuts.
That's pretty bad.
That
Yep,
should be. That's it, right? Yep.
Yes, a tree. Yep. That's a good old tree. I'm ready for the hate on that abysmal play. It's. I mean, it wasn't the worst.
It wasn't abysmal, and you also didn't go 0-5-0 or 0-5
Yes.
or whatever. So I
True.
mean, shout
You
outs. Well done. The pressure that you actually applied at the end, against the Beowulf when you did the instant overhead, that, and just like the overall gameplay at the end, I felt like you turned on. I think that was really, really good.
Yeah, at that point it was okay.
Yeah, you were playing fairly well structured. Like I saw Eliza basically. Like I saw some real Eliza stuff. Other stuff that I wanted to. Oh yeah. So Magic wanted Squiggly Vice, and I apologize. I did not forget. I did not ignore you. We just didn't have enough Squiggly players. And we had players that needed a matchup, so I figured I'd match you up against the Eliza instead. So next week will be Squiggly, hopefully for you. Otherwise, just hit me up after the stream, and I'll try to give you Squiggly advice. You were not the only one. The other player, someone else wanted that too. I think, was it you or Chiefamon? I think Chiefamon.
Not mine. That's a knob line. Knob line?
Real Eliza.
Line?
I'm playing fake Eliza. Well, I mean, most people are until you hit, like, Penny's level, basically.
Penny's level, which is
'cause, like,
level next to mine.
Yeah, like I mean, I would argue I'm a fake Squiggly. Like I might know a lot of stuff, but I can't do any. I can't do a lot of stuff.
I believe in you.
I mean, if you look at my Squiggly and compare it to anyone with actual success, my Squiggly is extremely different.
It's true.
For better or worse.
But that makes it good.
Maybe.
Yes.
I'm trying to fix the problems that people have while they're being good with Squiggly. Like, they're not playing Squiggly when they're being good with Squiggly, which is depressing. They're just kind of relying on execution to carry them, and that's what Wing does. And shoutouts to Wing. Wing's an incredible player.
Wing's good though.
But and I love his Squiggly. Squiggly's inspirational. But 90% of that Squiggly is just execution, not good Squiggly. If that makes sense. The only like good Squiggly I can really point out is a Divas, and some people will argue 159 man. I'd agree, but 159 man stopped optimizing. It's depressing.
Yeah.
Walmart Eliza.
Great value Eliza.
Yeah, the unpleasurable Eliza guide. Oh snap!
What was that?
I was saying.
Are you talking about 159 man? And how
No, way before that. Hold up, I remember.
Way before that
I need
was
a name.
Squiggly
Let me find that name. Oh, Nomline wanted Squiggly matchup advice. Well, you had a Squiggly matchup, and I gave you some advice. Something important about Squiggly versus Squiggly that nobody knows. Never Daisy, because Daisy loses to Daisy.
You know.
Which is hilarious, by the way. The person who does Daisy second always wins. So it's all as long as you don't mess up and like get caught because of SBO or something, you're fine. As long as you don't go. Basically, the person who does super first loses. Is the general idea.
Except band versus band.
Well, in band versus band, it's different. Yeah, but I'm talking Squiggly versus Squiggly.
Yeah.
Band versus band is so weird because the armor on SSJ is so dumb that you never actually know who's gonna lose first. It's very timing specific. For those guys who don't know how band's SSJ works, while I talk about that, let's get the next two players in. It's you versus open lobby. Anyone who wants to pop in that's like a lower intermediate level player, feel free to do so. If Draco wants it again, that's perfectly fine. I don't care.
Okay.
Just right-click the crank machine in our group chat and click join game. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to do that. Otherwise, I'll end up bullying you. What was I saying? Oh, yeah.
How weird armor works.
Right. SSJ armor, for those of you guys who don't know, the startup has 2 hits of armor. The startup, and only the startup, has 2 hits of armor. Then, completely separately, the active frames, like as soon as SSJ can actually hurt you, it has 1 hit of armor. Completely, like, independent of how those first 2 hits of armor were used. If they were used up or not used up, it doesn't matter. You only have 1 hit of armor, and it's completely fresh. Ow, I bit my tongue. Completely refreshed. For the active frames. And it leads to really stupid interactions, where sometimes SSJ beats SSJ, and sometimes SSJ loses to SSJ.
You just never know, man.
Yeah, and the main issue with that is because the fact that SSJ actually moves, you know? The fact that it moves across the screen while the armor is changing really messes with how interaction works. It's consistent, quote-unquote, but it's like Gregor consistent, where it's like, you don't know how it's gonna work because the knowledge you need in foresight to how to punish SSJ with SSJ is like irrationally complicated.
It's one of those, it's so good it's bad.
Yeah, or so bad it's good. Either one. Alright, so Draco's back in.
Super great.
This is gonna be some EU connection. Also, Draco's already questioned about his connection this week anyway, but he seems to be doing fine. I didn't notice any lag, so hopefully this is okay.
Should be okay. Doesn't seem so bad. Yo, the 300 MS ping is still okay.
Yeah.
Can I get an EU thanks, please?
Oh, is it gonna be that bad? Let's see. You play this match. Oh, I'm gonna message you.
Yeah, go for it.
You
I'm at
play this match. Tell me if connection is actually bad.
It doesn't seem that bad.
Oh, it looks clean. Like, I don't think this is gonna be an issue.
It says okay on me. I don't know. You're still working on the premise that, you know, as soon as we do alpha, that's your way to get in. This is not real.
Ooh, excellent
reality.
I think you card cancel and you launch into DP.
Yeah.
Work on that timing. It should feel like a rhythm.
That was really wishful Albus, and it was done on the opponent's wake up again. Like, if you're not gonna do anything on their wake up, just respect it. Like,
okay, so you try to
have to go for it.
You try to wait out that tier. Just remember the tier is a projectile. You can boat through that.
True.
And you can cancel boat into DP to try and make it safer.
Still DP boat Albus because they're stuck there in the ground for a bit. Boat in the throne too. Weird pressure.
That sounds crazy. Just like Albus, boat, TK, cancel into DP, TK the DP into like Horus. That sounds like a really fun set of like strings.
It's so fun, to be honest. It's so cool to get a TK Horus because like for 1 frame of the animation you get to see Eliza John.
Yeah, because she's airborne on frames 2 and 3, and 4th frame it's too late to cancel it.
That's so great. Oh man, that's not real.
That's so unfortunate, yeah. So light DPU does work, and that's a good thing. Rekkas are totally mashable.
Well, like that, no. Again, we're in the panic mode.
Alright, right. So, you use level 3.
Just do it. Be honest, just do it. Why'd you stand there?
That's
my soul!
This should kill if Draco doesn't drop. Even with the scaling. Yeah, I mean, and you have level 1, so this is just game.
It's fine.
Okay, so you were actually really smart there. Work on your airstrings a little bit more. You could have gotten a little bit more damage out of your combo route anyway. Also, you're just not using your meter enough. Now, this is such a touchy subject because I hear different things from different people. In general, when you're building a lot of meter, and you're not using any of it, you can argue, hey, I don't need to use it, I'm doing fine, right? But meter shouldn't be viewed as just a means of a resource as a get me out situation or a I can kill situation. Or I'm sorry, a reversal situation. It is a tool also to kill. Knowing that you don't need to reset anymore and you can just kill from this point is extremely important, especially against the solo. You were set to kill there a while ago, honestly, actually. And you need to be aware of that. especially from the intermediate bracket. That's something you need to do going forward. Being aware that, hey, I have been building up all this meter. I have the tools to snap, which you did not do. Snapping a soul is perfectly valid, so Draco can't heal. And I also have the tools to kill. Much more importantly, you have the tools to kill. You gotta do that. Did you say the connection was bad?
Yeah. I'm saying, like, they're asking for an EU.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I tend to have good connection against EU, but I don't think people want to fight me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let me skim, see who's EU and who's not. This is tricky.
This is a little tricky. Ooh,
Hey, Magic, you want in?
You want to get another round in there, Magic? You want to do it? Okay, I'm be right back real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna invite Magic, see if that happens. Alright, Magic's in. Let's do this. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Time to pull myself together. Who will be our star tonight?
Alright, let's go. Round start brass. So now you know the assist is out there, and you know that your opponent's going to be using a willy-nilly. Alright. So that's exactly what I was worried about. I wanted to say you have to start, as soon as you get that, you got to process that information. You collected information that your opponent's just going to be throwing out brass, like that, round start, or as soon as it's on cooldown, or whatever. You'd be ready to punish it with a counter call or whatever. And you have to be very aware that you can only press buttons after you blocked brass, or after you know you're in a situation where you can dodge brass if it came out. When you ran in, you did like a Rekko, or like jabbed into a Rekko. That was not a safe moment. Brass just obviously comes in. You can't call brass while you're in block them. So I mean, like while you had a block chain on your block string on your opponent, you were able to make sure brass wasn't going to come out. As soon as you went for a Rekko or a mix-up, your opponent's probably mashing brass. Like you see, your opponent's just constantly calling brass. Based on that, you probably wanted to block it, disrespect it, prepare for a counter call, and punish what your opponent does. It was definitely, but in that you don't want to be in that situation in the first place. Technically, ideally, you're not in a situation where you have to give your opponent a turn. After you respect the brass, it was guaranteed to be your opponent's turn. So you needed to like do a block string and then jump, and just get out of there. Because brass is coming in. You want to get to the other side and then maybe punish or something. Oh, didn't believe in that hit confirm. That's unfortunate. Ooh, yeah. Oh, this is something I wanted to say back in beginner's bracket. It applies here, and it also applies. It just applies it through all brackets. But this is something I totally forgot to talk about during that matchup that had way too much I wanted to say. You can block while dashing. This is extremely important. You can, the best way to do it is if you button dash, which is if you hit any two punch buttons on the same frame. You'll dash forward as long as you're not holding back. Otherwise, you'll dash back, and you don't want that. But you'll dash forward, and then as soon as you notice that your character's in the startup to move forward, you immediately hold back. So like after like a couple of frames of delay after you press both the buttons, just immediately hold back, and your entire dash animation you'll be blocking. You can also cancel your dash by holding down back for some characters, and that allows you to wave dash or whatever the hell you want. And that's important. Now we might not be able to watch this match because the thing happened, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get in. Hey Smashy, how you doing? JP's AFK at the moment, but I'm sure he is happy to see you as well. Yeah, I'll message him. found $5 under your car? It's just on the road? Damn. I can dig it. That's like a coffee. Man, I miss when coffee was like a dime. Things that bother you never bother me. I think everything's fine. Living in the sunlight, laughing in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Haven't got a lot, I don't need a lot, coffee's only a dime. Living in the sunlight, laughing in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. And my voice is awful right now. It's like so sore. Alright, well, they played their games. Both of them left. If you doesn't rejoin in like 30 seconds, then I will probably just move forward. Shay's saying it's a creepy song. No, man, it's a happy song. Though it was originally sung by Tiny Tim, if I recall correctly. That version's just funny. Or maybe that's the most popular version. The version that's actually really good is sung by... I'm forgetting the gentleman's name. But, oh, you did come back. Okay, cool. So let's get Magic in one more time. Let's get him to have one more game. One more game. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Go ahead and let him play one more game. And then, yeah. Oh, Smashy likes the voice. Thank you. I normally sound a lot better than that. I'm not flaunting or anything. We have chicken nuggets. Yo! Get in on that nuggies.
For my kingdom. Gentlemen and ladies,
Alright. So let's see how this goes. What's round start? Alright. So be aware of what options your opponent has at round start. So first of all, immediately, normally in round start, you want to be jumping backwards. The general rule is that you want to be seeing what your opponent does. But you've already played a couple matches against Magic, so that doesn't really apply anymore. So now you want to go in on a hard read, right? So I think what you wanted to do is you wanted to do an instant air IAD jumping hard punch, right? And get that overhead on your opponent. And your opponent was crouch blocking, it might have worked. The thing is, you got to be aware of what your opponent is doing. You can't just go in on a read. Your opponent is Parasol. A very legitimate threat she has when she's crouch blocking is she can cancel into Pillar, right? Or just do Pillar, rather. And Pillar would have stuffed any sort of approach you had. She would have gotten a full combo off of it, and you would have been in a really sad position because Fortune always wants it to be her turn. That's Fortune's character. She never stops. There we go. Something like that would have happened round start. So you gotta start building, like this is something I've just started learning, but you gotta start paying attention to what options your opponents have, and even when you're going in on a read, like even if you knew your opponent was gonna pillar, you have to think, why weren't they pillaring, when I got that information that they weren't gonna pillar? Like why are they crouch blocking? Alright, see, like, you got lucky there with the timing, obviously, but your opponent has been doing exactly what I've been mentioning. You're going in from the air, and they're basically trying to teach you a lesson here. Take it for what it's worth. Don't think that your opponent's being mean. This is your opponent's trying to teach you, hey, if you approach me from the air like that aggressively, when I'm not being frame trapped or anything like that, I'm just gonna stuff you with Pillar. And she can do that. Pillar does have a blind spot, right? So Pillar specifically is a DP that can be exploited. Well, I mean, all DPs can be exploited in their own way. Pillar specifically can be exploited because it has a blind spot that you can take advantage of, not when you're approaching at round start. And that's kind of the main thing I wanted to talk about there. Alright. So yeah, I just wanted one more game. Thanks for playing. I wanted to make sure you had all 3 games on stream at least. I learned from Pillar too late, but I learned. Yes, but this is something what I'm trying to say is, like, you want to be aware of what your opponent's options are at all times, before they actually teach you. Like, just because they taught you that they're not going to use Pillar, that doesn't mean you put yourself vulnerable to Pillar. You don't want to suddenly teach them to start using Pillar, right? Like, that's not a good scenario. Them not using Pillar is an advantage. So that's something you don't want to condition them out of, unless you have a specific anti-Pillar setup, which is not unheard of. I mean, Squiggly has one. I use it on Penny. But it's usually not the most reliable strategy by any means. You is not in this chat room, just so you know. Magic says GG's. Yeah. Shouts to Magic, really polite player. And shouts to you. You're improving, keeping you cool. Keep at it. Keep up the hard work. Yeah. Alright, so Magic is also on stream. Just making sure. Did not know. Alright. Next up, we got BD Nation. BD Nation decided to stay. They were originally going to leave. Hope they're still here. It was going to be BD Nation versus Captain What's-His-Name. I don't see Captain What's-His-Name. And I don't see BD Nation in the group chat. Remember, guys, if you are participating today, please join our group chat, which can be found through !GG8 chat. It makes our lives a lot easier. Stay for the whole stream. Or as long as you can, honestly. Don't just pop in for your matchup. Try to be there before your matchup. That would be the ideal scenario. You don't have to join a group, although if you do join a group, you get notifications for our announcements and matchups, etc. But it is helpful to us if you just join the chat, which is there's a giant button on the right-hand side that says Join Chat. Click it. It'll pop right into our chat, and you can be invited through that, and keeps the stream moving smooth. I have no idea how to get in touch with BD Nation. I mean, BD Nation's on my buddy list.
BD Nation's on my friends list.
Okay, cool. So invite BD Nation. Do you know Captain What's-His-Name? He used to go by, Help Me Improve, I think was his name.
Oh, God. I don't think I still have Zen in their tag? I don't remember.
I mean, I have his Steam account hand. Let me find him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a private profile, so I'm gonna have to add him. I love his icon. That's hilarious. But yeah, I'm gonna add him, and hopefully he pops in online.
See if they respond. I'm just like, are you ready for Get Gr8 today?
Yeah, so it's possible BD Nation will be playing against an open lobby, which would be cool. I'll fight BD Nation in that case. I think we're hitting the point where I start losing, so yeah, I feel safe fighting him.
Crack, no.
Yeah,
You need to play that first to 100, get that endurance.
I don't. It's not that I don't have endurance. In this case, this time I definitely am awake and filled with energy. But just I mean, we're hitting that skill level where I start losing.
Also, homemade pizza.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I used to compete with a friend of mine to make homemade pizza. Like, she was my old roommate, and we had like 2 other roommates, and be like, let's make pizza. And I'm like, yeah, sure, that sounds like a whack idea. Do homemade pizza. I won every time. I am the master chef.
Did you actually?
Yeah. Everyone wanted my pizza, not hers. Which is funny. I don't know. I stole my mom's recipe.
Best chef.
Running to PBGC pillar is a very helpful thing. PBGC pillar? Pillar's block stun is less than 25 frames. If you actually just block it, you'll get a better punish. It doesn't... Oh, PBGC into pillar. My bad, my bad. Never mind. Ignore everything I said. All of it. Alright, so it doesn't seem like... Let me see if Captain added me, because I don't think Captain actually added me. Two of my friends... Oh, he did. Okay, never mind. We're good. Invite again. You're on Get Gr8 now. There we go. I thought they would have just right-clicked me and clicked join game. Guess not. Alright, we're good to go. Woo!
So bad, here we go.
Yeah, that's good old BD Nation's iconic thing. I mean, it's the Zen Boy thing.
It's in the corner, try to go. Oh, that sucks. couldn't even get it. That sucks.
Oh, that's unfortunate, yeah. Dropped it up as much. It caught it at the last second. Alright, trying to space out with symbols. Smart. Going with A-Train, just trying to knock him into the corner. I don't know the conversion, but there's a way to convert off of that where you can actually combo. Alright, cool. Spacing out with symbols. Bella does have a hard time dealing with symbols. I mean, she is a slow character overall. Alright, so that's an interesting approach. I don't like it, but a lot of people do it. Jumping hard kick, because you can tech the landing and have a completely involuntary get up. The problem with it is that where you land becomes predictable, because there's like 30-ish frames where your opponent can just watch where you're going, and they can set up a situation where they can punish the fact that you tech them. So it's a very risky way to approach. I wouldn't recommend doing that too frequently.
So that really wishful beat extend on there isn't really not depending on it. You got CNK, which can cross them up twice over. I mean, that's what
Pinwheel is one of the strongest characters in regarding high-low game, and Ban struggles a lot in the high-low game just because everyone has an instant overhit on Ban and Ban only. Oh, that's a little bit. Oh man, this is some janky connection. Eek. Crouching Light Punch will break through Hatred Guard. Hatred Guard only works for 2 hits, 3 hits if your Hatred installed. Oh my god, this connection is so bad. If you guys need me to split up the connection, please just say so in chat.
Yes.
If you would like I'll also message Captain what's his name because he's not in the lobby.
Adrian stall. Wait, what?
Yeah, this lag is
Probably
real painful.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if Captain just decides to play again, or if he... Okay, yeah, so he would request that. So, BD Nation, I'll fight you afterwards. Right now, Captain What's-His-Name will fight, I don't know, JP. Don't bully him too hard.
No, don't do that. No, that don't.
I won't be a bully.
Bully. Alright, go ahead and not bully Captain What's-His-Name. I will... Let me kick Nation real quick.
Okay.
Hold up. I'm gonna message him so he knows. We are splitting the matchup to help reduce lag for each of you. I'll fight you after Captain fights JP. Alright. Let's go. Go ahead and ready up, JP.
Controller? Hello? Hello, controller?
Should I fight him?
It's there somewhere. Nope, the controller's down. No.
Yeah, I'll give you like 30 seconds. If you can't fix it, then I'll fight. Or I can fight the first game while you try to fix a controller.
Gotta do deck all that for, I guess.
Alright.
It's so weird. It connects fine to Steam, and then like seconds later, just be like, "Nah, dog, the controller's dead." I'm just like, we're back in there. Okay, we're fine.
Alright. Redemption, let's go. There we go. We're good. We're great.
So, hold on. We got the mix up here. I have no sound, so I can't hear anything.
You're fine. You don't need sound. Sound is for the weak.
I don't know what's occurred, but it would seem that I'm muted. That's what it is.
Alright, BD Nation, as long as you don't ready up, you can chill in the lobby. I don't care.
Okay. Craig, you get to decide: full ham, half ham, no ham.
What?
The little hamness that I need to go against this man.
Oh, ham. I thought you were saying hand. I'm like, are you gonna play with no hands? How do you do that? Like half ham, I guess?
Half ham.
Honestly, no ham. Just go no ham. If you need to, then we'll upgrade to half ham.
Alright, cool. Then I'll play for you. Cool. Soul of Fortune.
Soul of Fortune. Oh, this is gonna be a treat.
Legit half ham.
Okay. I mean, your sense of neutral is so strong, but I feel like you're gonna be fine. Let's see.
That's not what I wanted. Here we go.
Never mind. Okay. Alright, we in that DP. We got the conversion. Come on, man. You got a B&B. I've seen it. It's optimal.
They do. Executing it is gonna be the hard part. I shake. I was able to shake. Okay.
So the reason I said no him in specific is because Captain What's His Name hasn't been playing for a while. He said he just recently got back. I don't know how familiar he is with his own BMs. I mean, seeing he got a contra wasn't really of it. Alright, that's the DP. Has a clean conversion. It's some good execution. It looks really smooth. Doesn't look like you're hesitating between the buttons. Okay. No tech chase because you used up OTG. Alright, one for the People's Elbow. That's a brave move. Gotta be careful when you're spacing against Fortune. Fortune does have disjointed penetration. You used to beat that out very easily. Lock and load. I don't know if I agree with that. It kind of worked out. It traded in your favor. But you should have canceled into, like, you should have caught a cancel in a Diamond Dynamo as soon as you realized that your opponent was still pressing the button. Holy shit, this looks so cool. You got pain wheel BMBs. This is awesome. I love Hatred Guard. I mean, Hatred and Slow combos. It looks so cool. Nice burst bait. That was smart.
Get the feeling. Half him.
Yeah, half him. Go Philia Fukua. I wanna see you blind.
Okay, good. Playing twins, sorry.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work, then just go full ham the last game. So that was good. That was actually overall really good execution, real good play. So all your basics are definitely there, Captain. Your neutral seemed a little bit interesting because you were pressing buttons a little bit, almost too antsy. Like you didn't seem like aware of your opponent's options. You weren't really responding to your opponent's options. You're just kind of throwing out moves on reads. The People's Elbow was the big giveaway in regards to that. The lock and load was also just like a big like let me breathe kind of button where you just kind of threw it out there, didn't really like expect to beat anything out. And the big giveaway to that was like you didn't kata cancel into Diamond Dynamo or something else that would have worked.
Button presses. No, you're patient. Okay.
Oh, so not the second time. Oh wow, beat out DP with Pillar. I did not think that would happen. Interesting. Baits out the anti-air grab. Good chicken block. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you got really antsy with that Pillar call. You gotta be careful about calling DPs, especially in the corner. And especially against Philia. Philia's buttons are the fastest in the game, basically, overall. Nice. That was actually really smart from Captain. Keeping your opponent near that tier, forcing your opponent you basically body block, fundamentally, forcing that tier to constantly be a looming threat over the Philia.
That sucks.
Okay. Yeah. So I think stay at the half ham. You might maybe you can tone it down, or you can play like Philia Band or something.
Philia Band? That works. Yeah.
Although it feels douchey to like change on a win, but whatever. Who cares?
Actually, it's solo Philia.
JP brutalizes a man, 1945 colorized.
We'll stick the solo Philia on there.
Yeah.
Oh, they changed the parasol pinwheel on there. Remove the bell.
How does one beat JP? You play at BME's level, I guess. That's all I really got. Okay. That was interesting. So, the tier shot you threw out and the tier toss you did covered the same space, so it was almost redundant. You wanted to probably end your tier toss a little bit so that the tier ended a little bit higher. You wanted to cover the spacing above where your tier shot normally covers. I mean, tiers in general are really good space control. Like, a really good tool for making sure your opponent's options are limited. Using Hatred Guard there. Be careful because Philly has a lot of multi-hitting moves on the ground and in the air that'll tear through your armor. So Hatred Guard is not something you want to rely on defensively in this matchup, I think. I don't play either of these characters, so I can only say so much. That was a smart punish there. The falling overhead was a smart decision from Captain because your opponent probably would want to wave dash to get in there, and that would mean that they're going to be crouch blocking. But Gregor is a really good response to that, so that was actually really cool. That was 3 games. Well played.
Well played.
Do you have any comments you want to make on that?
I guess the only thing really is like, careful of your upbacks, really. Careful of your sys calls as well, because I mean that parasol would have been super dead. Like, so you gotta be careful. like know when to call your assists and know when to kind of keep them in reserve for when you need them. I know a lot of people like to use DP assist a lot, and they kind of just hide behind that assist. To be honest, that should more. If that's the case, it's more of a crutch than more if you wanting to use it effectively. Besides that, just combo consistency really. A little more spacing with Parasol if you're out there. Also, Painwheel has really good incoming. Just using the what is it called? The Buer Super. I mean, like that stuffs mostly everything and anything. Like I was expecting for that to happen more than anything else. But since I knew you're kind of impatient, I was just kind of went with it. Other than that, it's decent. Pretty decent.
Playing Eliza.
Hey, we're Eliza.
This is anti-squiggly team. Let's go.
Here we go. Here we go. I can't believe you punched the band. As he just came out. It's insane. Careful about the owl. The horse from full screen. Like, why? Like, Crank got his punch charge. He could have just, like, center stage punched hard. Tried to kill the prophet. Interesting, actually. Oh man, that's good. What a wonderful interaction. I love when that happens, yeah. That was a good punish, actually.
I fucked up.
Oh, you fucked up. That's okay.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You had punch charge, dude. You done it.
Not really. Not in that situation. I was after Brass already hit.
I still had to face. Oh, he jumped over you.
Nope.
Love to anti. Oh, that's totally yours. PGC is good, but not that good.
Oh, I messed. Oh,
you messed up.
I'm so mad.
That's okay. Actually, from there, because you already had enough hits done by the time JHK happened, you could have SPO'd.
Yeah, you're right. I was not ready to drop that. Well, as soon as I dropped that, my brain did not.
It didn't look like you were gonna do it. And do the drop. I had the faith, but it was just like no.
Yeah. But there comes a point where eventually you're just like, hey, why didn't my button come out? Like, I just look back, I'm like, hey, that should have been a button. I don't know what happened.
Right. Okay. That does happen.
So I noticed when you're in the air, you don't block as much, BD Nation. Whenever you're not pressing a button, there's no reason not to hold back. Especially when you're banned, you should always be buffering a charge. Like, I'm not quite sure when you would ever not be holding with banned. Except, like, after you jump forward, immediately slam your stick to back. Alright, so we're switching back to solo band. Things get scary here, because
True.
I have such a hard time dealing with solos in general.
So the round starts. What is your guess on the round start?
No, okay. Alright.
No. Beat Extend would have been a good choice. A-Train would have been a good
Heavily
choice.
scaling combo, going for a grab reset, heavily scaling the reset.
Yeah. Oh man, that's on the other side. That's a little old first guard punch on your end. Oh god. You wait for crutch hard punch stuff with JLK. That was pretty alright, but unfortunately. Oh, push! Hit the corner. Same side. Sucks. Oh man, he went for JLK. Did you stuff that symbol stuff? That's good away. Went for taunt. Here we go. Here we go. The mind games. Will he dance to your dance, or will you dance to his dance? The best part about symbols when that happens and you're not close enough.
No.
Oh, that sucks.
Alright, didn't go into. You didn't have a meter, so that's cool.
That's okay. He didn't have meter yet. He was just like a little bit off. Oh, you could have punished that if you didn't double jump. Oh man, symbols for symbols? Who does it? Oh, you got that right. But was it really worth it? Because now you have no resources.
No, but I also don't care.
That's okay. That's fine. You're not caring actually worked in that sense. Oh!
Now it's a problem.
I cannot believe this. Well, that. Oh, well, no. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Oh! Nice.
I should have won.
You should have won. That's your win right there. That was your win condition right there.
Yeah. There we go.
There it is. Yeah, you're there.
The good old big band rock paper scissors. Yeah. The reason I used level 3 there is because I wasn't sure if I'd get a second chance. And I also just wanted to bring him closer to me instead of playing that rock paper scissors again. Because if I just did SSJ or something, then we would have been full screen and we would just play the rock paper scissors again, which is basically 50-50 at that point.
Yeah.
If I play when we're closer together, I have much more confidence in my band when I'm close to another band than if I am far away from them. Because rock bases is just 2. Alright, so BD Nation said BRB. He has to deal with something. He'll be right back.
Okay. Cool.
Play 2 more games.
I'll fight Crank.
Is it 2 more games or 1 more game?
One more game.
Is it 1 more game? Okay. Oh, that's right, because he rejoined. That's true. Yeah, so 1 more game. Hey, wait, why are you fighting me?
I'll fight you. I'll fight you.
Why?
Do it.
JP, you can't do this.
Ban me.
Alright, fine. Let's make this fast.
Are you ready?
I don't want to waste BD Nation's time.
That's fine.
He said he was already really tired doing this stuff.
Shall we start?
Really? I've failed to trip card you so many times. What the heck? Ah.
Oh, what happened there? The last thing? Oh. Great.
What? Are you kidding me?
Sweet.
I can't believe this.
Can't
That should have
believe
been
it.
game. That should have been game.
It was your win condition. What are you doing? There's a second win condition right now. There you go.
Alright, he's back, so that's perfect.
Okay.
Good timing. Let's go.
I mean, I do have a big fan, but I was not serious that whole game.
Yeah, Ban's his secret main. You guys don't know. Actually, his best character. No, I'm kidding. It's his I don't know. Would you say like what do you think is better, your Bella, Philia, or Ban?
Philly is the best, really.
Okay.
Ban's probably second, and Bella's last.
Your Bella's weird. I like fighting your Bella because it's just so quirky.
Bella's awkward.
Yeah.
Oh man, Bayo Ban.
This is not what I expected.
No, that's not what I expected. Oh, that's yours. You had that charge. The trade? Can't believe this. Timeline is this one. Oh, that's yours. Oh, if you only have 1 meter.
Nah, it doesn't matter because they're on even weights, so it doesn't work. I wish that worked, but no, it does not work. It only works if they're both standing. If I hit them in the air,
really?
then it doesn't work. Yeah.
It's so awkward. No, that's a sweep. That's funny. Sweep is not the best tool to be using like that. It's not that.
I didn't want to spend a meter. I got greedy.
Oh, he wasn't wrong though. I understand that. I would not have wanted to spend the meter either. To be honest.
Especially when it's my only meter.
Exactly. Needed for squiggling. That's fine.
It actually does not anti-air as well as people think it does. I messed that up. That was not even supposed to be a burst bait. I messed that up because I had charge.
Well, now you lost it again.
Lol.
Punish it. It's fine,
What?
good ban.
Oh, man.
No, I can't believe this. That's right, you're in the corner. That's right. It doesn't do that.
I mean, if I use Silver Cord right away, it works. It's just hard. Oh, he's dead. Oh
Yeah,
no, I
that's a
was
dead
not
old
ready
man.
for this.
Dead ban. Oh, we'll shoot. That
This
works.
is probably my worst matchup, honestly. Like
That's fine. He
not-
whiffed. No, nice punish.
Nice.
Wow. For the PVDC.
I'm surprised that did not kill. Your giant stuff did not have a meter though, so it couldn't do.
Right.
But I'm scared of shit.
Man can't really do much. Go Crank. Go get chipped out, Crank. Nice. You got it.
What's my... what do I do? Oh, jeez.
Grab it. Oh no. No! You can punch that!
No! Oh,
No!
my God. Alright. Yeah, well played. Well played. Oh.
Well played. It's pretty good.
God, I don't know how to deal with Fail. Fail is hard. But that was a smart switch overall. I like that you switched to Beowulf. I think this team kind of works together better anyway. I mean, Rabble shows that off every day. Let's see. Your Beowulf was a little too aggressive. You were also a little too aggressive with the anti-airs. You can make the anti-airs work, but the timing's really weird. Honestly, don't use crouching medium kick with anti-air. Anti-airs in general are a really smart thing to do against the squiggly matchup. So the fact that you're running a DP assist is not only smart because it's a DP assist, but also because it just shuts down Squiggly's pressure a lot, because her neutral exists of jumping light kick. Like that's about it.
Not jump medium kick? I mean, that's pretty good though.
Jumping medium kick for Squiggly?
Yeah. You wouldn't use that button?
The buzzsaw?
Yeah, the buzzsaw.
Well, I use it, but it's not good. It's not supposed to be good, rather. It gets me more hits than I would like to admit. But it shouldn't. If my opponent was aware that I was using jumping medium kick, it's too easy to punish. Also, I hit confirm with the multi-hit. That sucks.
Well, I mean, you could also just do, like, if even if they block it, you just fast fall, do a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Terry Spice. Thank you for that.
Alright, we got Penny versus Clawmaster as our final match. Let's go. Clawmaster might not realize it, but Penny is Terry Spice.
Indeed. Penny is Terry Spice. It was a whole joke before, Draco. You weren't here for that. It's okay. That's great. It's beautiful. One of my masterful flubs when speaking.
What's his actual name?
Terry Crews.
Oh yeah, it's just Old Spice. Old Spice man. Dr. Old Spice.
Good old Spice. Good old Terry Spice.
Aw, smash in. I ship it.
No, you. It's a good old time.
You forgot to check out for lunch. Oh man, Penny's being paid for this match.
Whoops. Oh well, that's okay. We got the allies. A DP round start? Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
It's pretty good.
You have to respect that. Like, you just kind of have to eat that. It's so dumb.
Oh man, but the A-Train.
Alright, using Silver Cord to convert, I don't recommend it, because, so if you build a charge and move forward, it automatically moves your combo to stage 3 anyway, because it counts as you dashing in the middle of the combo. At that point, you should just dash up and use standing medium punch, because that gives you a vortex, and it's just more optimal anyway. It also lets you choose what side you want to be on. So if you catch with A-Train, don't convert with Silver Cord, it just double scales. It also does like, what, like 200 damage or something? It's awful. The Silver Cord is an awful move, and if you can route around it, you should. It's almost always more optimal to save Silver Cord for the end. Almost. If you're gonna use Daisy, then it's
good old damage, man.
Oh my god.
Actually, you could have let that rock.
You probably could have saved the mirror. I think that would have killed. I think Penny just wanted to be safe though.
It would have killed.
But I mean, like, at the end, honestly, he would have just ended up spending a meter either way, so there's actually basically no reason not to just let it rock. I think Penny just got too antsy.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
It's good pressure right there. Oh, that's a good old big extend though. Good BBT.
Good burst rate.
Oh, that's great. Level 3 right in your face.
So the problem with that burst rate is that you let go of pressure entirely. If that burst rate is a lot better in the corner, because then you can micro dash as soon as you land and then continue pressure on your opponent, because they can't press a button because otherwise they pop, right? If you do it mid-screen like that, then what ends up happening is that if they do burst, then you're fine. If they don't burst, then you don't have a follow-up option. I mean, you can run up an E-break and do all sorts of magic, I guess, but you weren't ready to do that. So. Yeah. Burst baits do more than just bait out a match. They also serve in your flowchart for what you should be doing at neutral.
Exactly. Also, we're jumping a lot. Like, Penny should be just like grabbing this man out of the air.
Or off the ground. Alba's saying hi.
It's true. Mambo combos.
This just kills. Let it rock.
You needed to spend the bar for that one. Oh,
Come on, Penny.
Because I knew that one. I knew that one.
Alright, catches both. Does not kill with either. Sneaks in a light brass. Why not?
Just toss a segment out there. Just do it. Do it. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a segment, but not the right one.
So this is kind of why band supers suck, even though everyone thinks that they're amazing. Unless you're using them aggressively, you can't really do much with your supers. If you're using them defensively, then I I mean, sorry, yeah, that's what I mean. So if you're using them defensively, you can't convert off of it, you can't do anything, it just kind of ends your combo. You can kind of add in a little bit of extra damage with that brass like that, or with an assist. But in general, your supers are primarily for aggression, as in, like, they let you decide when you want to kill things, they let you do a lot of damage, they let you hurt both characters a lot. In the corner, if you use level 3, then you can convert off of it, things like that. When you're using it defensively like that, it's cool because you get a lot of damage and you get a moment to breathe, but that's not what you want in Skullgirls usually.
Oh, sucks. Oh man, still down back here. And yeah, at that point you're gonna just like TP.
Okay, so you went for a mid hit after that. I think he actually meant to convert. Never mind. I completely lied. I think you meant to convert. That was not a reset, so I'll ignore that.
So much jumping. Oh my god.
I mean, Skullgirls' main approach is air to air, and Eliza wins air to air. This matchup is kinda hell. Also, Eliza's Queen of Anti-Airs.
True. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that is a very smart push block into SBO. That's a very good awareness thing.
Or awareness was knowing that you whiffed. Jump kick and then went for the grab anyway.
Well, it was gonna be a low throw, right? So knowing that your opponent's being not stop pressing buttons and push block the hit before like the tick, and then always SBO. SBO beats both of those.
The respect.
Okay,
let's parry.
Probably an accident though. That's fine.
Would believe. That's cross.
Oh my god. Yeah, that cross under should not work in the corner. Why does it work in the corner?
Because it's so good. Because Eliza's broken. Nice grab, but we're pulling dizzy. So this is a little bit of damage. More resets though. Claw's not awake yet. He's not woke. He's still not woke.
Good old tick throws. Alright. So if someone's doing a lot of low throws against you, as this Eliza is, just smash SSJ. I just talked about how supers are really bad defensively. But it's such a good way to beat out low throws because SSJ is dumb. Also, because you're in the corner, using SSJ will knock them into the corner, which means you only lose about a third of the screen. It's a lot less distance to make up in general.
Yeah.
There are situations where you should just honestly be using the supers defensively just because they're so good. But ideally, you want to be using them aggressively, not defensively. And he's the one person that doesn't need chill. Yeah, basically.
The one person that doesn't need chill.
I mean, when you play enough games with him, you might want to change that opinion. But
yeah, and he has a.
And he goes off sometimes. It's nuts. Especially if something else is bothering him. Yo, you're gonna hear his frustration on the stick.
Nice blocking. You can jump that.
That was a good way to go crazy because I need to not cancel. That's fine.
It wasn't a real punish though. It sucks. No broken heart for you. Oh, that was a good button. Oh my god. You could've just went for it. You had to confirm and everything. Yeah, that's the Clawmaster special right there. If you're gonna up forward at him, he's just gonna silver forward at you, which it's dumb that it works, but you know.
I mean, Penny's doing the vortex on full-on dizzy magic. You're right, but I've already yelled at Penny enough about that.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows like hangs out with me knows that I yell a lot about.
Look at it! Oh, it's a trade!
Vortexes
oh my god, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that?
No, I did not. I missed it. I was reading
when JMK trades with Silver Cord.
But how? How?
Nice raw tag. He was pretty much pressing buttons. Oh, it sucks. We're dashing backwards, forwards. Something happened.
I found out something really dumb trades with Silver Cord. I can't remember what it was. It was some aerial button, where I pull Silver Cord and I get hit from it. Or no, it wasn't me that found it. Someone else found it. I retweeted it. It's really dumb.
That's punishable.
Silver Cord trades. Silver Cord should never trade with things. I don't understand how it ever trades with anything.
We try to go for the multi-hit burst bait. We're eager to press them buttons. Oh, he almost had the conversion. Downtown.
That's a lot of blocks.
You could just go for a DP.
Right there, good bait. Yeah, you've been using DPs a little bit too aggressively. You have to kind of realize that after a second or third one, it's going to stop working against the player of Penny's level. Yeah, well played. Notice anything else big? Any chance?
We'll play. I'd say we'll play.
Alright.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, you wanted that snap. Yeah, I remember that.
Want the dust snap, air snapu.
Okay. So, let's go ahead and do an open lobby for 15 minutes. I don't want to. I'm really tired. But let's go ahead and do it. Whoa.
Nice. Classic.
Yeah. Alright guys, hold up. Hold up.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
God, it's so weird using keyboard controls. I'm too
No.
lazy to grab my stick. Alright guys, it is time for the open lobby, the end of stream event. You do not have to have registered this week to play in the open lobby. Just go ahead and pop on in. You can find the group chat here, !GG8 chat. Click join chat on the right hand side. You don't have to join the Steam group or anything. Click join chat, right click the crank machine, right click JP or whoever else you want that you see in the lobby, and click join game. Once you join the lobby, you can just fight us for a while and we'll just chill on stream and whatnot.
It's a rare Abby.
Yes.
Hello.
I have done it. I started the game.
I cannot believe this.
When was the last time you played Skullgirls? Holy crap.
I don't know.
It's been like 6 months, dude.
The
I think I
prodigy
joined
returns.
open lobby last week.
Yeah?
Oh, really?
Like
was
the
an open
last
lobby
two
last week.
games.
Oh,
Well, I don't. Was it an open lobby last week? I didn't do an open lobby last week, I think.
it's been like a couple months.
I don't get to see Abby play too often. It's some fun time.
Abby's still doing it.
He's going for the blend. Let it mix. That is not a burst bait.
Does it blend?
It's only a burst bait if you cancel
Silver
into
cord, you could've
crouching
put it
hard kick, dude.
Still got it in his fingies. All those 200 hours are still there. That was
Oh
pretty
my god. Friggin' DP, dude.
good. The DP finger. The respect. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Man. Can't believe it. Oh, it's over. Press the button. No, Abby, no. Don't get tricked. Don't get fooled by the Bella. Right. That was really weird.
Alright, I guess I might as well start putting on my thing and then play this video game. It's been a hot minute.
Get your brace in there. Embrace the brace. Sorry, I'm gonna start needing brains at some point.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing left to see here.
Ow.
No, don't hurt yourself on the way to your brace.
Alright. Okay, let's go. I'm ready to fight. I'm not ready. Oh.
I'm ready, not ready.
Oh no. I gotta fight JP.
It'll be a good warm-up, you know?
Yeah. Oh no, please. Have mercy.
We're twins, it's okay. It's half M.
Medic!
I need a man.
That sucked. Oh, that also sucked. That's really bad. I don't have a meter now.
Backwards.
Dropping my quarters. This is weird. Alright, cool. You got a charge. None of it mattered.
Oh, that's really awkward.
No! Take that, please! You're not big enough.
Oh, that's a good command grab. I was trying to bait out like a dash out call assist thing. Oh my god, instant note and low touches as well. This character is bad.
No! Oh god! Restand!
No!
We're in there!
Oh man, that's a good
Oh god!
conversion.
No!
Shenanigans!
That was me being bad. Now I'm dead.
Seems to be a now. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I don't like that, but
The damage. Le damage.
did it. I killed your Bayo with smart decisions. JK
Did
lol.
it with smart. I pressed the button and then he.
I mean, if it works.
If it blends.
Hard.
I mean, if it blends.
No! Don't do it! Don't do it!
He's gonna do it.
He's doing it.
He's doing it. Oh no.
You did it.
No.
Hey, cool, I'm alive. Can you convert? Hey, dude.
You
Kill.
Nice.
To kill?
I killed it. Whoa! That's some good old Big Bang Bull.
Brrr. Oh man, you can. It's fine, just level 3 counter hit, it's okay.
I knew he was being a little too aggressive, so I'm like, I think I can mash on the
Oh, the damage. Oh my god. So scary.
I have been bound to playing the twins for today, I guess.
Bound by contract, dude.
A demon contract signed by Crank Machine.
Is I, the Crank Machine. I have signed your demon contract.
Just set the bar right now. Oh, look at Raiden. A lot of buttons right there, sir.
Oh, I like that flame color.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
That's just out of nowhere, dude.
No, I messed up! No! Your Beowulf is dead! I'm so sad!
Who was that? I swear! Oh, what? Game move! Game move!
Oh, that was funny.
I can't believe this.
Oh
Rosé.
my.
Oh.
I want her back. Get over here. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's fine.
Wake up, super.
I didn't jump.
It's super.
How did the hell did that
Wake up,
happen?
super. Do a 360.
Just jump.
Oh, we're going straight up B&B competitive. Nope, never mind. You changed it up.
Oh. He had to go in one way. But he went. Oh god. Crank going for the double low, new grab. Would have worked. Had faith.
I didn't mean to use heavy punch there. I meant to use level 3. Oh no.
Go to no.
Okay.
You can do it, Crank. You can do it, Crank. You can win the band v band. You can do it. I breathe. Crank can machine.
I wanted to return to level 5 Halo, but he didn't have enough health, which is unfortunate. Alright guys, final game again. Because Open Lobby's dead anyway. That's fine.
Oh no.
What?
I'm just not in the mood for it.
Understand. So,
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh snap! Abby versus JP, you're on stream. Go for it. Round start SBO, next
Man,
level.
he went for the day when
This
I
is
can't believe it.
revolutionary strats.
Oh god.
Hits it with a jumping
Oh,
leg
no.
kick. We don't need conversions though, so we just go for that second hit. Instant first hit resets. We don't need undizzy. Walk under for that ambiguous 50-50. JP doesn't care. JP's just going in on his face, just same side all day, all high. Saying, I dare you to change your block.
All
I'm
day
Philia. I don't need you hitting you from multiple directions. You'll block the other way. I'm Sonic Fox. I just get hits. First baits him out, summoning the train from the other dimension. Let's go. The good old Hype Express, driven by Aeon herself. What? I've never actually seen someone use BFF on a dead character. That's interesting. Just gets him low. You know, sometimes you just gotta stop blocking. Let's go.
Oh, same side.
Hits him with the BFF, goes on across to the other side. We don't care, we PvGC brass! Into SSJ, return to neutral. Because you know what, band neutral is known to outshine Fuku on neutral every day of the week. That is not true. Please do not listen to that. We burst because we know that there's no such thing as a real burst bait.
It's fine though.
Alright, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will be ending Skullgirls Get Great. Thank you for joining us, for the whole, like, probably 6 of you that are still in chat for some reason. Yeah, it was nice of you guys to stop by. Make sure you guys tune in to our Wednesday tournaments, which will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday. We are doing team tournaments next week. So for those guys who don't know, we're doing a team tournament. That means you get to register with 2 other members onto the challenge. The rules will be elaborated on the challenge page and also on the post when I announce it to the weekly places. Check that out. So if you got a couple of friends that you want to team up with, or got a couple, I don't know, clanmates or whatever, you can go ahead and hop on in. And yeah, it's gonna be the first time a team tournament's back in almost a year, so that's really exciting. We're all looking forward to that. I know there's gonna be really big name players showing up that are really interested, specifically like Dawn. I know is a big one. I remember Psychopath used to be really into that, so if we can get in touch with Psychopath, maybe he'd be interested in this one too. That'd be kind of wild. So yeah, check out that. That's gonna be great. Also, if you just like hearing our voices, then pop on into every Wednesday. Yeah, we stream twice a week now. Isn't that great? And then if you guys keep on practicing, make sure you tune in to Get Great next week. I mean, even if you're not gonna play in it, we tend to talk about a lot of things that apply to general gameplay and stuff. So you learn stuff either way. And if you are gonna play it, which you definitely should, definitely tune in next week. Make sure you keep on practicing every week. The best way to practice is honestly just squeeze out 2 hours a day. Even if you don't want to play, you gotta put in the work. That's if you just want to try hard like nuts. Is there GGA team yet? There's probably going to be like 2 or 3. I'm not gonna lie. There's a bunch of people on GGA that want to play. But no, there is no GGA team yet. Oh yeah, Penny's gonna play. Let's go. So Penny, like, cooperate and figure out a partner in crime.
Penny wanted to rock it with me, but I'm just like, I have class. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
No.
I wanted to. I can't.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You and Penny on a team would have just wrecked havoc throughout the whole. I wonder how that would go. Man, that would be nuts. But yeah, so like, think of the possibilities, guys. Tune in for that. That's gonna be exciting. And then
possibilities are endless.
And then yeah, see you guys next Saturday for practicing. Remember, we go live every 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 9 p.m. GMT every Saturday. The signups are usually out on Sundays, like the day after the stream for the next week. But a lot of times it is delayed because like I suck, TLDR. That's about it. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff on my end because I have to travel around for work and all that. So yeah, next week will not be hosted by me. For those of you guys who are interested, I believe it'll be hosted by JP. You won't? No, you can't because next week is Xanadu. That's why I'm gone. Right?
That's
totally forgot.
Yeah, we're going.
So we'll figure it out. In worst case scenario, it might be canceled. In that case, just watch Xanadu. But there's a small chance it might be canceled. If we, in the off chance it is canceled, we will be sure to restream Xanadu, so you can watch Get Gr8 staff beat the hell out of other people, and by that I mean lose to PME because he needs rent money.
True, you right. Unless he makes the 5-hour travel again.
He is going to make the 5-hour. Well, I don't know. I know Drills is coming, which is so exciting. I'm so happy to see Drills out.
Get to see Drills.
Yeah. Penny was supposed to be there, but he's not. I'm judging you. I'm not actually judging you. Penny's gonna stream tonight, as he has just announced, so tune in for that. His streams are pretty fun. They're a fun time.
Are they gonna stream pools at Xanadu?
Yeah, pools and, well, I mean, there's no pools, but like, there's only one bracket because we only get like 12 people. But it's a monthly local. Yeah, it's a monthly local. But it will be, the brackets will be streamed. I'm planning, there's no promise there yet, but there are talks in the work that I might be a backup streamer. So it's possible that Xanadu will be on the Get Gr8 stream. How wild would that be?
We done with that? Oh.
Or it might be on my personal stream. I'm not actually sure how that's working. Smashy's excited for Penny's stream because Smashy just loves Penny's stream. A lot of people do. It's actually really surprising. I mean, not taking away anything from Penny's stream, but like, I'm surprised how popular it's gotten so fast. Yeah, it's a growing stream because Penny's stream is awesome. And now he's got a setup for it. Yo, Penny, are you like using your dank income to like have better grandma internet? Like, I don't know how that works. I feel like if I had a job but I was like traveling out, I would just, and I had bad internet there, I would just buy better internet there. I don't know why anyone watches it, because they're funny. That's why.
It's great.
How are you gonna stream if you don't have better internet? How's that gonna work? Are you in Virginia?
God. I just
not in Virginia. Well, I don't think you are. That'd be too cool if you were, because then you could go to Xanadu.
I'm Colorado boys right now, but they live in Virginia.
Is there much Parasol and Penny stream? So much Parasol. So true.
There's
Man,
a
was
lot.
That, like 1 week where you just streamed solo Parasol for 50 years. 1 week where you streamed it for 50 years. Yeah. Let's go see if you can do it on Grandma Internet. Good luck. Let me know if you need help like optimizing settings and whatnot. I can maybe try and pitch in. I'll see how that goes. For players that wanted Squiggly experience, which I believe were Chief Amon and Magic, they wanted like Squiggly knowledge and wisdom, hit me up. If not today, I might not respond right away today because I got a lot going on, but if not today, I'll definitely hit you up sometime this week. I gotta be playing every day anyway, so yeah. Hope you guys learned stuff and hope you guys had a good time. Thanks for joining me, JP, and also for Penny and Abby for popping in chat.
Thank you too for hosting.
Oh yeah,
and for commenting too.
Crank best host.
Oh. All right, so yeah, well, VODs will be up soon. So see you guys around.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.